The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
And let me, I'll bring in from, some ones about you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All good ones.
And I'll read, maybe I should bring in some ones about me too. And I think the overall rule for everybody is you can respond back, but it has to be sweet.
Is there a single email about Brian?
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of them about him.
Okay.
You'll have to read them. But you know what?
Chunk emails.
I think that he's probably the one
that's sending him.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Monday, October 2nd, 2022, the Bubba the Love Sponge show. Phew. I don't even know what to talk about today. I don't even know what's going on around here.
Well, the Bucks won.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the Bucks game. Watched a little bit of the Minnesota Panthers game. But Lummy, I was kind of stuck yesterday on the NHRA. On FS1.
Oh, nice.
My good friend Tony Stewart had his funny car and his wife's Top Fuel Nitro dragster in the finals. Leah got beat, so she got second, and then Matt Hagan in his funny car won, so he won the whole thing. But our good friend and then hold on, I didn't even give Anna a chance to.
I know.
Parrot.
I paused.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on. See, boom, there. Oh, it was Facebook. It's always Facebook. Okay, there we go. We should be there. Perfect. So, Lummy, I'm watching. Now, Rico and Bernie, my good friends Rico from Fight Heads and Bernie, Brandon Bernstein, who's like a vice president of Lucas Oil marketing or something like that. So, Rico told me, he goes, I'm telling you right now that I know the cameramen at the start-finish line on FS1 because they go every weekend, so they get to know people.
Yeah.
And Rico's like, I just gave him a little something to make sure every time the Skag dragster pulls up that he really tries to nonchalantly get the Bubba Army sticker in. Nice. So this
that's great
for real. I don't know if Rico greased him a little bit or what, but there's two guys. Dan, that worked the start finish line. There's two cameramen and they're all geared up with this like these buffs and ear protection and eye protection because they're really close to those
explosions.
I mean if you get that close to nitrous, it starts making your eyes water and so these guys are all geared up. And one guy has the right lane and one guy has the left lane. So for the last couple weekends, Lummy, that I've been watching NHRA, when Tony Schumacher and the Skag dragster, Top Fuel dragster, pulls up, the cameraman always does me a solid.
Nice.
Here's from yesterday.
Yeah, Tony came into the session in a little bit better position. He saw that Steve Torrance.
Now, mind you, this is. Can I make it? I think I can make it. Oh, I thought I could make it bigger. This is me taping my television, so the quality isn't that good.
Drove around him.
But can you see the Bubba right here? Can you see it?
Stopped right on it.
Plain as day.
His performance and bumped Tony Schumacher down.
Is that plain as day or what?
I'm sure is going to be looking.
And then they throw the graphic over just because they're going to throw the graphic over anyway because the graphic guy isn't in on the Iggy like the camera guy is.
That position back and then some. For the first time, Tony came into the session in a little bit better position. He saw that Steve Torrance drove around him and proved his performance.
Like, you can't miss it.
Nope.
I mean, they even got the graphic over Skag more than they got Bubba Army.
And bumped Tony Schumacher down.
That's so cool. Awesome. That's so cool. Thank you, cameraman from SF1, whoever you are. So, Lummy, what did you do? What happens on off weekend, like for you and Dan? Dan, didn't you go to medical conference, or you're going to one?
It's next week.
Next week?
So we had the football game this weekend.
Did you win?
Yeah, we sure did. 47-19.
What are you, like 5-0, 4-0?
4-0.
Wow.
And it would have been 47-13, but we had a unsportsmanlike call on the sideline.
Uh-oh.
Are you?
Nope.
Dan.
My assistant coach.
Really?
Yeah. We got a first down, and he didn't like the spot. And he was yelling at the referee about the spot. He goes, "No, it was over here." And the ref's like, "I'm going with my guy," the other ref. And my guy said, "Next time I'll get a camera and take a picture of it." And that was a flag.
Really?
That was a funny joke.
Now, do they know that I'm coming in to assist to help?
Yes.
Okay. How many? Do you have just one guy right now?
Helping?
Yeah.
1.5.
1.5. Okay. So next Saturday.
This Saturday, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. This coming Saturday. What time? Do you know?
I believe it's 12:45.
12:45, which needs to be there by like 12.
12:15. Yeah, 12:15.
No, it's same place I always go.
Nope, Coleman. It's right up the street.
Hold on, a new place?
Yeah, it's Coleman Middle School.
Hold on, I wasn't even familiar. This is really throwing a rope in my system.
He's not going
it's
now.
3 minutes from here.
All right, well, can you give
As
me
a reference point, I'll give you the address.
Yeah. So now, is it only they take one football field and section it all up just like they do with the other one?
Yes, instead of 2, it's 1, so there's 4 fields.
Oh, that's it.
There's
So
only 4 fields.
is it a bigger field?
No, it's the same size field. It's just a smaller venue.
Oh, okay. Is that where you guys are playing the majority of your games now?
All the games are there this fall season. There's 3 seasons. There's like a fall, a winter, and a spring
Now,
season.
is this AstroTurf or grass?
Grass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do the guys seem to like it better?
They love it. They like it. Yeah, they don't, the turf hurts sometimes when you fall on it, and these guys have been taking some good licks. But it was a great game, and we just again kept running 3 as much as possible. Every now and then I throw 16 or something else in.
Do you do I know? Although I don't know any of the players.
You know over half of them.
Well, Gronk ain't there,
right? You know. Okay, Gronk
is
ain't there.
Lasker's kid there?
Nope.
Okay, Lasker's kid's gone. Gronk's kid's gone. Is Danny there?
Of course.
Is my quarterback there?
Yep.
Is J.J. Jefferson there?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh boy.
But I got another Gronk.
Okay.
He's a 6th grader, and he's tall, and he plays hockey, and he's big, and he also he mostly plays wide receiver and back left cornerback. But
I don't know the position.
Yeah, but the other guy will help you with that.
All right.
And so I have this other really skinny kid that catches everything you throw to him, and he's got a rifle for an arm as a backup. I have this little tiny 5th grader that catches everything you throw to him. And you got Danny, and you got that little kid Grant, and Frankie.
Oh, Grant was good.
Grant catches everything. Frankie caught a couple touchdowns this game. He was catching everything yesterday, or Saturday. So it was fun. Everyone did really well.
Man, there's so much.
That little kid Colton that tackles everybody when he's covering him on the friendly fire.
There's so much pressure, Dan, because you're leaving town, and you're leaving me with an undefeated team. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on me.
Come on, Coach Bubba, you got this.
I know.
We're not playing a really strong team.
We're not.
No.
Okay.
So you should.
So
okay.
I'm just gonna go with 3.
Yeah, just go with 3 a lot.
Well, I mean, plus I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve.
And, with the 3, sometimes they were doing a 4-2 defense, which was like the way to stop it. And then I'll just, throw a 16, which is like the back corners.
Right.
And then just pick them off because there's only 2 guys deep.
Right. So if they flex up to a 4-2, then I'm just going to start, I'll just stretch the field.
Stretch the field. And then, that guy Gronk, the big kid that plays receiver, I have him as center on goal lines to play like that kid Christian did.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Just he's got the big tall guy. Just lob it.
On offense.
When we're on goal line, the little kid that plays center, that's the 5th grader that catches everything.
Yeah.
Because it's goal line, I put him on as a wide receiver, and then I put the biggest kid as the center just to be like a tight end.
Mm-hmm. Just to be disruptive.
Right. Well, also, it's just because again, you could just throw the ball in the air and he catches it.
Right. I didn't watch much of the Bucs, although they look like
strong.
I think that Baker Mayfield is not a star or like a Patrick Mahomes.
No.
But I'll tell you one thing. I think he's a consistent, smart dude. He doesn't throw a lot of picks. And I mean, I think he's good enough to win. Like kind of like almost. I don't think the Bucks are like the Ravens when Trent Dilfer played.
No.
But there has
the kind of guy not to lose a game.
There's been some Super Bowl champions that didn't have that big sexy quarterback.
The Bucks with Brad Johnson, he wasn't a big sexy.
Yeah.
He was big, but he wasn't a big sexy quarterback. He was just a solid quarterback.
But he was a guy that was not going to blow the game.
Right.
Yeah.
But he wasn't going to throw a coffin corner to save the game either.
No. See that pass he threw?
The thing with Baker, I think he learned through the couple years playing with the Browns. Obviously, he got all that out and learned that he just needs to be smart with the ball, which is benefiting the Bucks. I mean, he looked better than Jameis did.
He also gave the Bucks coaching staff a lot of credit. He said, quote, "This is the second time in my pro career that I've had a coaching staff that lets me play to my full potential. Sean McVay in L.A. understood what I'm capable of, but no other coach I've ever had did."
Yeah.
Who said that?
Baker.
Oh, Baker.
Yeah.
And again, it's the curse of the number one draft pick. You go to the crappiest team with the crappiest coaches with no line. You get pummeled your first 2 years.
Take them to the playoffs and get run out of town. Exactly.
I mean, the kid from Jacksonville's now just starting to come into it.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he played well.
Because they were able to, like you said, you're right, Dan. You're the number one guy, but you're going to just get killed. Because usually if you're the number one over pick, like a Mariota or a Winston, you start.
You're not on the fast boat.
You're on
the rowboat.
Well, but hold on. They don't usually, if you're the number one overall guy or you're a top 3 or 4 quarterback, top 5 pick, and you're a quarterback, they don't draft you because the team's kicking ass and they need you to sit on the bench for 3 years to learn.
Nope.
They're drafting you number one overall because you're their savior.
They're desperate.
But you're also the reason why they're picking you number one is because they won 4 games at best with some crappy ass line and a crappy ass linebackers and crappy ass running. So everything's crap. Mm-hmm. They bring you in here and you get killed. You get sacked 700 times, and if you don't get hurt, you try to, then they start trying to build the team through the draft, around you. An offense and a defensive line, and that's what the kid from Jacksonville's starting to get. He's starting to get some better players around him, and I think he has the Doug Peterson was not the guy that drafted him.
No, it was Urban Meyer. That would really handcuffed him there. It was Urban Meyer being his first year coach.
Yeah, and then getting thrown out.
Yep.
I don't think Urban Meyer never coached a game as a Jaguar, did he?
No, he was
3 or 4.
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah,
I think
he got fired mid-season. He got canned. They didn't win any games, and he got canned.
It was pathetic.
Yeah, some guys can't make the transition to the league. He never,
Some people know they can't, and some people are delusional and have this belief that they can.
I mean, Nick Saban didn't light it up in Miami.
No, he quit too.
Yeah. Jimmy Johnson did.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think of the last college guy to
Pete
go.
Carroll.
Pete Carroll and Jimmy Johnson are probably the last 2 that made the trek from college, to pros and had success. Everybody else Joe Gibbs did too. No, I'm sorry. Joe Gibbs went from racing.
I was going to say, yeah.
Joe Gibbs went from pro football to racing, back to pro football, back to racing, right?
Yeah. He just knows how to run things.
Urban Meyer went 2-11 with Jacksonville, tied for the second worst record in the NFL that year.
Yeah, Scout even hates him.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. So, Dan, congratulations to your team.
Thank you.
Do they? We're just going to run 3. I'm just going to run 3 and 16. That's it.
And a couple fives.
Here's the deal, man.
Fives that we all pile up close together at the line.
And then here's the deal: if the kid's cut on 3 and he's got a DB head up on him, and the guy's starting to inch to the outside to try to jump the route, then I'll just go 3 in.
Right.
Say, hey, listen, guys, instead of 3 out like it's designed, we're going to go 3 in, and everybody will, everybody will be going. The defense will be going opposite direction if they start jumping the route.
The other thing is the quarterback got second in a multi-school cross-country meet. So I'm like, hey, let's see a run. So in practice, I had him run through the defense. This is the quarterback. No one could tackle him.
The good-looking kid?
Yeah.
With the real
dark hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his dad's cool, too.
Yeah, his dad helps coach.
Right.
His dad's Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
He ran through the defense 4 times without anyone touching him. So I ran him in the game on the goal line with 7 yards to go, and he scored a touchdown rushing.
What's the rules on running?
You can run 1 time per possession, but you can't run if it's only 5 yards to the first down or only 5 yards to the touchdown or for an extra point. So you can't run if it's 5 yards or less to an achievement.
Okay.
And
so if you're more than 5 yards, you can run the ball, but only 1 time per possession.
Per possession. Now I have a play called Special 24, and Special 24 is one of the receivers, the skinny kid, and the running back. The skinny kid comes in as quarterback. The quarterback lines up as running back, and then takes the ball.
We're not doing all that nonsense.
Oh, it's a great play though, dude, because the running back the quarterback is such a good runner. No one can pull his flag.
So you're just handing the ball off to him rather than him taking it directly from center. You're just handing it off to him.
Yeah, the other guy takes the handoff. Takes the snap and then hands it off to him.
Do you do any pitch, jet sweeps, or anything like that?
You don't do any pitches. No, pitches is asking for a ball to be dropped.
No, not really.
Well, I mean, right now it is. I can add it. We have a really hard team at the very end, and we can start getting a little fancier.
Right.
But let's stick to these guys. They know that 3 play. The quarterback knows to make decisions and move it around.
Anybody watch the Dion game on Saturday?
Yeah, it was so close.
I was actually on the grader at the track. God, the track kicked my ass this week. But I had to go this week because we got that monster truck show the week I'm in Vegas, so I can't be there, Lummy. And the monster truck show, the monster trucks, they need 100 to 150 yards of material to build the ramps, to build the ramps at the monster trucks just don't jump off, pre-made ramps. They make these ramps out of dirt.
Every single time they go to every venue, they start from scratch.
Yes, they don't have.
Do they pile it onto a box or is it just dirt?
It's just dirt. But I got my buddy Travis. Remember the welder that we met when we were doing the fence, Lummy? You brought some chicks with him. Remember?
Yeah, he's from Central Florida.
Yeah, he's from Orlando. Yeah. And he brought this whole big welding rig like this. He's like a pro welder.
Yep.
Well, he texts me on like Thursday and says, "Hey, I'm at this heavy machinery yard, and they got these big tires. It was going to cost them more to if you dispose of tires, they cost a lot of money, to get rid of tires. So they this trucking company brought me 12 of these huge 5.5, 6 foot front end loader, heavy equipment tires, Dan. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the monster truck people to lay those down as a base, which takes up that much more. The more you got, the more of a strong material you have to throw dirt on top of, the less dirt you need, right?
Makes sense. That's what I was asking. If is there any kind of surface like boxes or
usually sometimes they'd use Jersey barrier, but that's concrete. And if the monster truck's big tires would gouge through the dirt, they'd hit
a hole.
They hit concrete. So I'm going to make these ramps out of tires, but they still needed 100 yards of good dirt. And the thing about it is, the dirt that we use on the ramps, so you don't have to triple handle it, I then just put on the track. But that means I have to get good material to use. I just can't go out and dig a hole of any kind of dirt. I do have a
good
clay.
mud.
I do have
clay.
Mud. I'm fortunate enough at Bubba Raceway Park to have a really nice clay pit. I have a really, really nice area of clay. Clay's kind of most properties don't have a big, thing of clay, and or if they do, you'd have to dig your entire property up to find it. Just happens
You're
to
like
be
old Jed. You found oil on your property.
Just happened to be we were putting in this drainage pipe, Lummy, and we hit this big vein of clay, and I bet you we've pulled 200 yards out of it.
Wow.
It's
still going?
There's plenty of it. So me and One-Eyed Billy took a John Deere, I think it was 216 excavator, and excavated clay all weekend long to get, for the ramps. So I was there I got there Friday at 11:30, was working till 8 o'clock on Friday night, and then Saturday got up early, Lummy, and then watched a little bit of the Colorado game, and then at halftime I went back outside to work because I was like,
exactly.
Yeah, it was 34-14.
Yeah, the only thing that didn't make sense on that comeback was all the runs.
What didn't make sense on the comeback was that last 5 minutes they took up in the fourth quarter. They took about 5 minutes off the clock and they had no timeouts left.
Who?
Colorado.
Yeah.
They weren't
the
going.
last drive, they weren't being time efficient.
Yeah, they were just running it, and then they got a couple false starts, I think it was, and then running it, and then finally they drove it in, but they only had like a minute and a half.
Well, anyway, I think
I'm sorry.
I think that it shows that if they can just switch gears in the mentality, that the program is, I mean, listen, USC is, one of the best programs, and the quarterback is a returning Heisman.
Yep. Right. No. It was an amazing game to be that competitive. I was hoping that they would be that competitive against Oregon because no one expected them to win either of those games.
But here's the deal, Dan. Oregon was the wake up to what how the big boys play. Mm-hmm. They had not seen that. They had not seen that speed. They had not seen that
size,
that accuracy of a quarterback. And so Oregon was the wake up. And so USC, which is a tick better than Oregon, they were at least familiar. Now, the other thing, let's not forget, Colorado was down 3 players, weren't they? They were down Shiloh, Travis Hunter, and another guy.
Mm-hmm. And so they're down some huge playmakers, and getting your best player taken out in the beginning of a game is catastrophic at that game.
I think that, Lummy, the program is further along than I even when they went 3-0. Everybody's like, oh, but they really hadn't played anybody. And, now they're playing people. And if you can play USC 47-41, and it seems like the second half of the game, the light bulb kind of flipped on with regards to, like, what we need to do. And then they need, and the one thing they need to do, Lummy, is they need to continue to use Shador as more of a runner.
Yeah, then they did that, too.
So when they do that, when Shador just isn't a step back, drop back 5 to 7 yards, and let me find the read and chuck it, which he's good at, but there's the threat of a run. I think it opens up Colorado's potential tremendously.
And that kid, number 14, the freshman, caught 200 yards of passes in 5 minutes.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
Unbelievable.
And again, Dion, there's these kids that are stepping up because Dion got 85 kids from the portal. So just think about, there's probably some potential on there that people don't even know about, like this freshman that came out of nowhere.
Marion Miller is his name.
Is that what's his name?
Yeah, 7 receptions, 196 yards.
Wow. Yeah. So
30 yards a catch almost.
So Anna, what did Anna Hummel do this weekend? You look kind of
happy. Joyous.
You look, I don't know, you look a little bitchy, but a little happy.
Just basking in the sports talk.
Yeah, whatever. She knows that we're going to probably do a little bit of that on Monday.
I'm just letting you.
What are you doing? Like, what's up with you?
I actually hung out with a future Hall of Famer yesterday. Susan Poitras and I hung out.
Oh,
it was awesome.
I thought she was talking about
Tom Brady.
You hanging out with him.
No, the only Hall of Famer that matters.
She's not a future Hall of Famer. She is a Hall of Fame inductee.
Yes.
Did you do a little brunch with her? Did you do your little Sunday brunch? Was it just you and Susan?
It was just me and Susie P, man. It was awesome.
Did you guys meet like halfway?
We met in Tampa. Tampa somewhere. I felt bad because I didn't know that it was like the first Sunday of the month is Hyde Park. It shuts down. It's this big, whatever. So that was my bad. So parking was kind of a bitch.
Oh, so farmer's market or something?
Yeah. I didn't coordinate that well, so that was
rich people trying to act like farmers.
And then on top of that, it was
that's what it
Give
is.
me some strawberries for $19.
So any time that like a rich community does like a once a month Sunday's farmers market, it's just the rich people trying to act like they're
sustainable.
Yeah, exactly.
Bringing in the farmers from up north.
Yeah,
right.
And the farmers from
farmers market.
The farmers are like, man, we can really get what we charge here in Lake City ain't nothing compared to what we do at Hyde Park.
Yeah, I get a quarter a year here. I can get charged $3 a year there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's like art and candles and the whole thing.
And food. Is it like fresh vegetables and?
Oh, I honestly didn't even.
It was more
go
artsy than it was farmery.
I think it's more artsy and like candles.
More artsy than farmery.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So that was my bad on that, but
you got some guy playing the drums, kind of, smoking a hookah.
Couple guitar guys.
Yeah,
possibly. I didn't even walk through
They're
it.
playing the mandolin.
I just saw it.
They're selling $15 smoothies out of a pop-up camper.
Right.
That kind of deal.
Water from the tears of a bird.
Right. Yeah.
So
it's really no different than Hyde Park usually is. So cupcake is like $8.
That was your Sunday?
That was yesterday, man. It was awesome.
That was your, so what? How about Friday, Saturday? Just chill?
Friday, Saturday, chilled. I watched this horrible documentary, and I'll never get that hour and a half back about a lake in Antarctica. So that was disappointing.
Is there a lake in Antarctica?
Dude, I don't even want to get it. I was just mad about it. There was no payoff. Yeah, it was underneath like a kilometer of a kilometer of ice, and they found it. And then I thought they were going to tell us what they found, and they're like, "Oh, now the real work starts." End of documentary. So don't watch The Lake on Amazon Prime.
Dan, have you got into the Special Ops Lioness at all?
Dude, I was trying to get that, and I was trying to download Paramount Plus, and it was just a disaster. I worked on it for like 45 minutes. It wasn't working, and I gave up on it. I did try yesterday. Yes, I found it. It's only available on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and that Encounters deal is Bobo.
What's
Is that good or bad?
It was bad.
What-
I mean, I only watched maybe like 3/4 of the first episode.
What, the alien?
Yeah,
The alien on
I almost said the F word. It's cheese.
Netflix?
It's cheeseball. Yeah, yeah.
It looked cheese.
They shot it like a movie, but it's a documentary, so it's just kind of weird.
Anybody into? Does anybody watch the morning show with Reese Witherspoon and Jennifer Aniston?
No.
Nobody watches. It's on HBO.
No, but Jenna Aniston is my wife, so I've heard that's good.
Yeah, I think her and Nicole Kidman have the same plastic surgeon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It looks like I don't know. Nicole Kidman in Special Ops, The Lioness. I just can't quite figure out what she's done. It looks like her face is maybe a little little rounder. Like
injected fat into
So
it?
fat, yeah, the fat. Because the problem is if you just pull a face real tight, it gets real skinny and real thin and real wind-drawn, gaunt.
Let me see if you can
so you
find
add too much fat, and then they look like, howdy doody.
See if you can find me a scene or a trailer or something of Nicole Kidman on Special Ops, The Lioness, and then see if you can find me
Nicole Kidman from Days of Thunder when she was really hot?
No.
Because that's when she was beautiful.
No, Jennifer Aniston recently, season 3 on the morning show. And it looks like they might have the same person out in L.A., and Nicole Kidman...
I found you a picture I sent.
Jennifer Aniston looks great. Nicole Kidman, I can't figure out whether she looks great or... Yes. Great picture. Great example. Hold on here. Dan, you're going to be able to tell me now what... Nicole Kidman, obviously, right here. So, what has she had done?
She may have had a facelift because she's in her 40s and she has a really,
she's in her
really,
40s.
really,
Now she's
really,
in her 50s.
And she has a really, really, really nice smooth neck. It looks like she did have her brows a little bit. They're very high for a girl her age. And she definitely had some fat in her cheeks.
Hold on, let me see how old.
And in her jawline.
Hey, Alexa, how old is Nicole Kidman?
56.
Nicole Kidman is 56 years old.
Yeah. So, Dan...
She's our age.
Yeah.
She looks fantastic. She probably had her face lasered a few hundred times, too.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, it looks like it's...
She looks great.
Yeah, okay.
She's born in Hawaii.
56 years old, dude, and she's got fair skin. She's as good looking as you can get at that age.
I know. I'm just trying to have you tell me what she did.
Yeah.
I sent you Jennifer Aniston, too.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston is... Now, hold on.
She's 54.
She's 54.
Yeah, she had Michael Jackson's chin implant put in there.
You think so?
Look how wide it is.
I think that's a bad picture.
Ugh, she's chinny.
First of all,
Reese Witherspoon's got the pointy chin, and the other one's got the square chin. See the difference, the V versus the rectangle?
You mean one's had one done and one has not?
No, just Reese Witherspoon has a very small, pointy chin, and Jennifer Aniston has a very masculine, wide chin.
I think the masculine white one looks hotter.
She is hotter. Sometimes a masculine look is attractive.
Yeah, right. So I got caught up.
I guarantee, Bubba, if you put a picture of Reese Witherspoon next to a really good-looking guy, you'd be like, "Hey, that guy's good-looking," and you won't even see Reese.
What do you mean?
What I'm saying is, obviously you're not leaning towards homosexual. So, but if you put Reese Witherspoon next to a really good-looking guy, I'm sure that your eyes will be drawn to the guy instead of at Reese Witherspoon.
Why?
Just because we look at what's good-looking. We ignore what's ugly.
But I think Reese Witherspoon's good looking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think
that glaucoma's kicking in.
Witherspoon's what?
You don't think she's attractive?
You don't think Reese Witherspoon is attractive?
Not at all. I think
For
Nicole
real?
Kidman's pretty.
You're a dick.
I think Nicole Kidman's pretty. I think Jennifer Aniston's pretty. I think Reese Witherspoon is ugly.
Ugly.
Ugly. Not just not pretty. I think she's
No,
ugly.
she's definitely not
Ugly.
ugly.
Like 3-syllable ugly.
Send me another picture of a modern day Reese Witherspoon. See, Dan, this is why women don't like you.
No, I compliment pretty women, and I can have an opinion on her. I'm not saying that she's just a pig.
But Dan,
just, what?
you have to realize there's some women that are listening to the show right now that's thinking about maybe going to you, and they are not as attractive as Reese Witherspoon, and you think that she's ugly. So
I bet you they're better looking than her.
Yeah, but they probably are not.
They're better looking.
Hey,
all you people that think you're not as good looking as Reese Witherspoon, you're better looking than she is. Trust me.
Yeah, did you send me another one?
I sent you another one.
You did?
Yep.
All right, hold on. Another pic of I don't know. I didn't. Okay, it's still bubble. Yeah, it's going back and forth.
It's a bigger picture.
Back and forth. Back and forth.
And it says ain't suck it.
What?
Nothing. Someone on chat.
It did. Oh, here we go. It's not even that big of a. What type of file did you send me?
Just a picture.
Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah.
This is from over the weekend.
Yeah, this is from over the weekend.
You don't think that?
I'm sorry.
Oh, come on,
Dan. Now you're just being a dick.
She's
like
not that
that's
pretty.
an attractive.
I mean,
that is
she's
attractive.
Right. She's okay there. She's okay. I'm not a fan of hers. I never liked her. I never thought she was pretty and legally blonde. I never thought she was cute. She was just doesn't hit my button.
All right.
But she's not disgusting or anything like that.
I don't think she's disgusting. I never said she was a disgusting pig.
Said ugly.
I think she's ugly.
Ugly.
I think she's ugly. I think she's ugly.
Man.
Ugly.
You're a dick.
I'm not a dick.
I'd be telling every woman they're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
He also thinks J-Lo's gross, so.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Reese or J-Lo then, Dr.
I take J-Lo over Reese all day long.
Oh, my God.
Man.
Put that girl in a little sausage suit. So sexy.
So
bulges.
I gotta go to words, but when I come back, my mom always seems to have some type of medical issue at 5:30. I'm sorry, about 5 p.m. on Sundays.
Don't you love that 5 p.m. medical issue?
And I'm like,
it's always at 5:05.
I'm like, and the thing about it is, I take my meds like at 4:30, 4:45 on because Sunday's a big all Sunday is for me, Lummy, is just a readjust day to get
football and
to get synced. Yeah. So I'm not completely zombied, but I'm on my way there by 5:05, and Tara calls me and says I'm on the way to Mom's. She's having a panic attack, and her blood pressure is 219 over 113.
Oh, wow.
And I think so. I'm like, well, as a good son, I probably need to go to that.
Yeah.
But mom's 45 minutes to an hour away. She lives past Caliente on 41.
Did you stop there on the way?
No, I've never been there in my life.
Really?
I'm not going to some nudist resort and see Grandpa's balls hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear it's underwhelming.
Yeah, I've heard it's. Yeah, I've never. You know what? In all the years of me being in Tampa, and that being like, oh man, you gotta go to Caliente so you can see nude chicks. No,
not the kind you want.
Because I gotta take my pants off too. They gotta see my little wiener.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think you have to, but then that's the one situation where you're the creepy guy with your clothes on.
Yeah,
look at the creep with his clothes on.
I had back in the day when I was rolling hard, I had my own Caliente at my place.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Bubba Yente.
Yeah, I had yeah.
Time for another bathroom break. We'll make sure they wash their hands.
Gross, your mouth was open.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Yeah, someone said that Reese Witherspoon looks like she's got Down syndrome. I don't disagree. I think she's missing a chromosome.
Or she has one too many.
Dan, chill out.
Okay.
Dan goes, what?
It's okay. It's okay. She's an alien. I heard that she's really smart in real life, though.
Does that make a difference?
No, but some actresses are really smart. I mean, some actors and actresses are really, really, really smart.
Like Blossom. The chick that played Blossom.
Like Russell Brand.
Russell Brand is really smart.
Oh, I know.
The Boston chick is like a neurosurgeon or something.
Is she now? No,
she's
Boston chick.
Blossom. The girl from Blossom.
She did a host.
Oh, that Jewish chick, the
Yeah.
Jeopardy chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spot that G-bag mile away. Yeah.
Mayim, or whatever her name is.
Oh, Miriam. Is it Miriam or? Oh, Mayim Bialik. Yeah. She was on
She was smart.
Is that a nice way of saying she's ugly?
Yeah. What's she at Dawson?
What was that show? The Big Bang Theory show?
Yeah.
No, she was on that.
I think so. That was a horrible show. I hate
Yeah.
They had like 15 seasons too, which I don't understand.
People loved it. I never got it.
So I was on the airplane too.
She got paid.
Who did?
What did she do?
The chick that played Blossom that was on Big Bang Theory.
She's a heroine.
It's a show that everyone likes.
She was actually smart.
Yeah.
She's a neurosurgeon now.
She's something like that.
She had Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience. With minors in Hebrew and Jewish Studies. Yeah, you can't tell her she's.
You can't, can you?
No, I'd never guess that one.
Yeah. Strange last name though. What wouldn't you want to?
It's not her real last name. Who was she born to?
She's a migrant of Poland,
Born in San Diego to
Czechoslovakia.
parents were immigrants who lived in Bronx, New York City. They went to the Bronx. Ooh.
It's cheaper than Brooklyn.
Oh God. Poland, Czechoslovakia.
Stop Spencer. Thank you, Jamie.
Modern Orthodox Jewish. So wherever you see it move in the other direction, where you're raised Reform and then you go to Orthodox.
What's up, Alan Bowling? Jamie Flynn. What's up, Tommy 2X? Holy Yoke. Good morning. Snizzlook. Creatine Cripple Lips. What's up? Overs after birth. What's up, Dark Match?
Naeem.
Big Red. Iggy.
When does racing season start?
Racing season?
Yeah, go-karts.
Oh, it started. They already had a race.
I don't remember that Holyoke show.
He won. Yeah, he
Yeah,
won.
he did?
Yeah.
Little Johnny.
Now, Lummy, how do we get into what? Didn't we bet again? Didn't we bet Colorado?
Yeah, you should. Right there.
Yeah.
Win 11,000.
No, I didn't.
It says right there, win 11,000.
But it says cash out for 31.
That's actually, I think you could cash that out for real money.
Do you know who LaFonza
What?
Butler
I
is?
think so, because I've never seen that on
She's a
anything
senator
else.
now.
See?
LaFonza?
Who's LaFonza?
She's a
Now
U.S.
it's-
senator.
Oh, the one that he's replacing. Yeah, she was like a speechwriter for Kamala or something like that, or a
Let's
policy
see.
person.
I
for
can
Kamala.
I have a few guesses in my head. Let's see if I'm correct.
I don't know what I just did, nor do
could
you.
be more right.
It says you cashed out.
Romanique?
Yeah, well, here.
I wonder where it went.
She was on Emily's list.
I don't know.
What's that? What's that one?
It's
If it's real money, we're going to start betting more sports?
The fuck is Angie?
I don't know. I
Emily's
just don't know where it's
list.
at.
I don't know what Emily's list does.
But you probably have to go into your profile.
What's the Political Action Committee? Oh, abortion rights. She wants to kill more black people.
Pending wagers 400.
See? Genocide.
Genocide. How old is
Let's
this?
see. She was
Withdrawal
born in
payout?
78, so she absolutely had full-on affirmative action benefit.
So she's like.
Oh.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
she went to Pike High School in Jackson State. Oh, she's at Jackson State.
There's like almost nothing about her.
Yeah, because she has no education. She didn't go to college
Oh,
degree.
there we go. They didn't even know what year she's born. Like.
They don't know if she was born in 78 or 79?
Yeah, they don't know.
They don't know?
They don't
They
know.
don't have a real birth date on her? She's
Uh-uh.
that mysterious?
Yeah.
The new senator doesn't have a birthday.
LaFonza! Call her on the LaFonza!
The new senator doesn't have a birthday.
Who's that?
LaFonza?
LaFonza? You know who she is?
You don't know?
You know who the phone's is?
No. Won't you send me a picture?
It's the Honorable LaFonza, because she's a senator from California now.
That's great.
Yeah, it is great. She's got that position now for life, probably. Because Californians like their politicians.
Here you go, baby.
I love everything about the show.
Every day for 4 hours, man. It just makes time fly by.
Gotta be Bubba.
This is awesome. I love it.
And I spent about 2 hours in my car when it's supposed to be a 20-minute break.
Yeah.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy, did we have any weekend indoor? I think there was some money that came in during Anna Hummel.
Yeah, it was like over $200.
Yeah, I was on my way to the track, and I'm like,
I'll tell you right now who it was.
Yeah,
it was Tease, gave 100.
Right.
Then there was Brian from Philly. I think it was like 10 or 20. I sniped Florida Stanley because I didn't last week, so I got that handled. John Kostika, 50, and then Mike Thurman, another 50.
Look at that.
Woo, make that money.
The Anna Hummel show, like a little stripper that she is. Mm-hmm. John, what day was the 29th, Lummy?
That was Friday.
Okay, John, that's my last on our PayPal. John Kostika on the 29th, $200 Friday afternoon. So yeah, thank you.
After hours trading.
Thank you, John Kostika.
Thank you.
PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. That's how we keep it going, my friends. It's to the average radio guy or to the average radio person, they can't wrap their head around our cult-like following that pays for the show. Hello, who's this?
How's it going, Bubba? It's Zach of the great state of Oregon.
Hi, Zach.
I just had like a couple comments, and I wanted to get your take on this because I know you're good friends with Deion, and man, I really want to see him eke it out. But I've been watching the social media and watching sort of the spectacle around it, and I got a little cringe when it comes, I don't want to say thuggish culture or just the spectacle of it. It's kind of getting a little odd, in my opinion. And
I would have to agree on. I would have to agree on some of that. But it's a different world.
It's a shtick, though.
But hold on, it's a different world in college athletics with this NIL. So with that comes money and fame and swag, and I think that there's a borderline between having that and then acting like the '87 Hurricanes. So I think there's a fine line, and I think Deion's navigating through that as we speak.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the transition of college football. I think you stated it perfectly. It's just odd to sort of observe because you have like these actual really good teams for whatever reason out of the Pac-12 this year, and you look at like the Oregons and the Washingtons and these sort of teams. USC didn't seem that great, but you see these other teams that are really competing, and there's young men on these other teams, and they're going to get influenced by this, obviously, in this social media world. And I think what we're witnessing is sort of a transition in what college football is and was. And it was a lineage for a long time, and it's, I don't know, it rubbed me the wrong way.
College football now has a different fold to it and a different wrinkle to it, and now not only is it the product on the field, but it's the marketing of the program on social media for one. I mean, you got to understand, the Instagrams and the Facebooks and the YouTube channels of these huge programs that have hundreds of thousands of followers, that equates to tens of thousands of dollars just that they're making just from their social media presence, documenting what they're doing during practice. Deion riding his golf cart. Deion's playing the social media game way ahead of what universities will end up, how important it is and is becoming It's becoming a major recruiting tool. When you go to this kid, this 5-star recruit, and LSU or somebody like that's recruiting him, and they have 400,000 followers on their Instagram and can expose this guy to that many people, but Deion has 6.6 million and can expose that kid and that kid's brand to that many people. I mean, that's a recruiting tool and a part of college football that is none of us are used to, but I think is Deion's doing it first and right, and I think we're going to see a lot more of it.
Yeah, I believe his judgment. I believe he's just like his integrity. He's a great guy. It's obvious, but sort of like the spectacle around it and how it's being promoted on social media with people around him, it's a little bizarre in my opinion. I've followed it closely, and I'm rooting for him to win. I was hoping they would. It is
bizarre because we've never seen the pageantry of college football before. We've never seen a university or a college football program where all the stars have to go there to be seen. It is the thing to do and to be at. If you look at some of the most prestigious programs, Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, Georgia, Florida State, Texas, Florida. Look at, Notre Dame, USC. None of them have The Rock and every other, Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith and Pat McAfee and The Rock and just all Lil Wayne and just everybody having to be at that game because pop culturally Colorado is the cool thing right now. Like I can't think the last time that you saw that many stars
in like 2000.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
2006.
USC all over Hollywood back in the day.
Yeah,
they were really
when Matt Leinart was there. Yeah. That's probably the last time we've seen something like that, and that's before the advent of social media, where these stars and Colorado University can document these people's attendance and time on campus. Before it was, let me a picture here and there, TMZ here and there. But now, the star he's the person, the star, they're documenting that they're there. Colorado's social media is documenting that it's there. So it just ends up being a huge, huge social thing. And, again, sir, I don't know if I think I'm with you in the fact that I don't know if I like it or I don't like it, but I think that it's here to stay, and this is the new college football template, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree with that. And really the NIL, which I believe these individuals who are adults at the end of the day should be compensated for their likeness. However, it becomes like the anti-salary cap. And the reason there are salary caps is for fairness. And what I think, and I'm actually hoping for, Colorado in the next 2 to 3 years is going to be able to draft individuals into that program with that likeness to create a national championship team. They have the capability. They have.
If Deion is this competitive with 85 guys he got from the portal year one, what happens when year 3 or 4, when the freshmen and that he's recruiting now, and those people are now juniors and seniors? Because he's actively recruiting freshmen and kids in high school.
He has no chance of even continuity. This is all all new. It's all brand new.
He hasn't even had. He's had one recruiting class. He's had one recruiting class.
Think about you're the man on campus at whatever university across the country, and you're not getting shine. No one's talking about you like Shedeur Sanders. No one's talking about you like Coach Prime. You're not on social media. You don't have the clout. You don't think if something goes wrong at one of those universities, you're not thinking, you know what?
You're right. Let's say you're the number one. Let's say you're the number one guard or tackle for the University of Louisville, and you're 6'6", 315, and you're a left tackle, left side tackle, and you're a sophomore, and you start, And you're not just, nobody knows who the hell you are. Nobody knows your program is good. Louisville's got a good program, but you don't have College Game Day there. You don't have The Rock at your game. You don't have anything, and you're good enough to start. Because you've already sized up the guy in Colorado, and that you're a stud. Lummy, I'd be in the portal in a minute to go and play for Prime, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Knowing that every one of my games on national TV and every major star is going to be there, and I actually, if I'm that guy, if you're in college football and you're playing on that level, Power 5 starter, then you have aspirations of going pro. You're well on your way potentially to be a pro. What better guy to play for if you want to go pro? Right?
Exactly.
What? I mean, there's not another coach in America that has the going pro or playing professional football resume that Deion Sanders has. Nobody. No, Nick Saban, Dabo Sweeney, Jimbo Fisher. They're all the big franchises in college football. Not a one of them have the accolades professionally that Deion Sanders does.
That's true, Bubba, and also just all the fanfare associated with him right now, because the only one famous going to a Louisville football game right now is Ken Chesney.
I don't even know.
Right?
I don't even know. And some of these really good programs around. Think about
there's
Ole Miss.
25 really good programs.
There's 25. I mean, even Maryland Lummy's got a good program.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, but you got Navy and just these these Michigan State and these programs that are really good. Iowa, Wisconsin, that have you're a sophomore, you're a big offensive or defensive lineman, and you're right, sir. You nailed it. That you're not getting any shine. Nobody knows who you are. No stars are coming to watch your game. College Game Day is not going to be on campus. You can even go. You could even be like Wisconsin and maybe go 7-3 or something like that. And nobody knows who the hell you are. But you're a stud. You're a starter. But you want your piece. You're not making anything on as the starting left tackle, as the starting left tackle at Wisconsin, Lummy, I don't know how much he's making on NIL.
Probably not much.
If he's the starting left tackle that protects Shedeur Sanders, that bitch is making some NIL. I'm telling you that right now.
And he gave a speech. He gave a speech publicly where he's saying 85% of you guys are not going to make it to the NFL. So what you're going to do is show up in class, and what you're going to do is either get your social status to a certain point on media that it's viable for you financially. And these other programs aren't doing that. He is a juggernaut in that capacity.
I mean, if you're a guy, if you're like a Travis Hunter, and you were going to go play for Alabama, you were going to go play for wherever the hell. Instead, you were going to your Instagram and your TikTok and your Twitter and your YouTube and your Facebook and all the things that you can potentially make money from, is going to be X at every other university. It's going to be X times 3 if you're with Deion and under the Colorado umbrella. I mean, you're one of
the badasses. You're one of the badasses at Wisconsin who could have made it, who just never got picked, never got looked at. You put your life's work in it from Pop Warner, and hey, you're going to go do some regular job, and I'm sure it was a enjoyable experience. But what he's saying is a reality. He's a Hall of Famer who knows what he's talking about.
Well, listen, if you're a badass at Wisconsin and you're starting 4 years, you're going to the league. I mean,
they're not ignoring Wisconsin.
Yeah,
but the guy's right though in the fact that 85% of the guys that play NCAA football don't make it to the pros. So if you play for Deion, and because you're playing for Deion,
at least you're going to make a couple $100,000.
Well, hold on. You're the program social media, which has tagged your Instagram or whatever 3 or 4 different times. Now you have X amount of followings, and you're getting an education because Deion's big on that. Deion's big on going to class, getting an education, and being a man after I'm done with you. And then he's given you some he's given you some digital currency, probably 3 or 4 times the amount you would have gotten anywhere else. So he's saying, I'm giving you an education. I'm going to be tough on you and make you be like a man and be responsible. And I'm also going to kickstart your social media by default because you're on my team. Period.
Absolutely. Bubba, will you do me a favor? I'm going to get off the call. I'm taking over the show. Will you do me one favor?
What?
On mybookie.com, will you put $1,000 on Oregon to win national championship before they rise in those rankings? Because the odds are going to change.
Yeah, me and Lummy were looking at it. It says I have 46,000.
Oregon got that ass this week too.
All right, big Oregon fan here, Lummy. Yeah. We'll put 1,000 on Oregon to win it all. But we don't even know if this money is real. We're thinking that it's not.
Well, they should give you your money. Anyways, great show, guys. I love
Thanks.
you guys.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Lummy, speaking of my bookie, we're looking at it here.
I know.
And we don't even know. We don't even know.
I'm even more confused now. After looking at that little cash out thing that you had.
It said cash out now, then I cashed out now, then it says no cash. Kind of like my life. I go to the ATM thinking I got cash. I hit my buttons, and it says you ain't got no cash. Just like my bookie. Oh, since we have Dan here. By the way, Dan, I think I caught this, my bookie thing. You know how it says one card, the blackjack that we play?
Right.
Right. Well, I play blackjack, single deck blackjack.
Single
right?
deck, yes.
So I'm playing it, and that means there should only be 4 aces in the deck.
Yep.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So
if it's a real big boy, it's a normal deck.
Well, I counted 6.
Okay, that's not one deck.
All right. Let me. Well, we should probably play. We should probably play a little bit, don't you? Let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that one. Let's go. We go.
Does it say 181,000?
What?
On the right, it says 181,000.
I don't see where you're looking.
Where you're looking at.
Yeah. I don't see what you're looking at.
Okay, it was in that list where it says recent winners. Or maybe it was talking about recent winners. Ooh, that's a tough one. You gotta stay.
So they're showing an ace, and I'm showing 18. Oh yeah, I got to stand on that right there.
Jesus.
Does it say what I got left, Lummy?
41,000.
All right, let's go big here.
Boy.
Okay, 5,000, and we can only do this a few more times. Oh, 14 on a 14, Dan. Do you hit that or do you stand? I think you hit it.
You stand.
You stand. All right, here we go. 14, 7.
Bust.
Oh, see, we only win when we have Dan here.
Exactly.
Because he knows, because he's smart. He counts cards. You got to stand on that. They're going to have a 15. Hopefully they bust.
Push.
Push is same as a win, isn't it?
I think so.
All right. We got us a 15. They got a 16.
Don't do anything.
Yeah.
Stand? Because they have to take a card.
Oh.
But then they beat us. All right, last one. Then we got to go to words, so we'll be done on time.
All right. You want to be a big D and split them?
You want to? Yeah. Let's be a big D and split them.
Oh.
Okay. Hold on. We hit this one, right? You hit the 13.
Yeah, because
on an 18 showing. Yeah. Dan, why didn't you say that?
Oh, and now we're good.
Because don't do anything there.
Yeah, we
didn't. Yeah, we pushed, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last time. Here we go.
Come on.
13 to a 17. We got to hit it. Hit it.
Oh.
Bye-bye. It's a bad deck.
Yeah, we had to hit it.
It's a negative deck.
Yeah, bad deck.
Is that what we're calling this?
Bad deck.
Mm-hmm.
MyBookie.com /. Use promo code Bubba. And don't get you a bad deck. MyBookie.com promo code Bubba. There's sports book. There's casino. There's live casino. There's roulette. There's blackjack. There's slots. We love the single deck blackjacks, what we're addicted to. By the way, if you get addicted to this stuff, you can call 888-ADMIT-IT, 888-ADMIT-IT, and really admit that you have an issue, and they'll help you through this issue. They really will. You know what? I completely didn't get into the Janie cakes thing.
No.
So I probably need to get into that next.
Believe it or not.
Absolutely not.
Everything you heard about him has been toned down for easier public acceptance. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
There's a bunch of them. There's a whole series of them.
Yeah, but I was wondering if it's like one video where it's just like boom, boom, boom. Or is it just like individual people?
Individual people doing it. It's so funny because
They get so upset.
They get so upset.
Yeah, it said how to trigger your man. Just like, see.
He was a nobody before this guy. What do you mean he's a nobody?
This guy's blaming white women. He's like, maybe to white women. Maybe a suit, 2 Super Bowl rings.
So funny.
Yeah. How to trigger your man.
It's a cute user exchange. It's harmless.
Yeah.
No one's a victim.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
That's so upset. I mean, I can't even hear it, but I can just see their reaction.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Mommy, what'd you do this weekend? Oh, he's not in here. That's all you have to say, and then I know.
Yeah. He's not here right now. Lick it good. So it's obviously just like you should right now. My neck, my back, goes in my back. Excuse me. Don't forget to pay rent, people. Just a second. Sometimes that shit sneaks up on you, and then all of a sudden it's the 5th, and you're like, oh shit. Lick it good. Right now. Great weekend. Did you fast?
Yeah, I fasted. 18.
That's pretty strong. Pretty strong.
Last time I ate was at noon yesterday.
Noon?
Yep.
God damn.
That put me at 18.
7 and 12, that's 19 hours.
You ate at noon?
Yeah.
Jesus. Must be ravenous.
I did have like 500 calories worth of pills, but...
I had 20 calories. No, I had 10 calories with a Monster, sugar-free.
See, you burn 10 calories farting, so.
Oh, it's Blake Lively. Oh, what a meeting frenzy. $25-hour fast, that's crazy, holy cow. I saw you posting pictures of bananas and shit. It's kind of weird.
How can you go 25 hours when it's 24 hours a day?
Well, you just go a longer day. You go a day and an hour, Bubba.
Well, I have no fucking idea.
Just string an extra day in there.
You transcend time and space.
You borrow an hour from tomorrow. You go ahead and do it on daylight savings time.
Always bring forward.
Are you going to do it on a leap year?
Yeah, on a leap year.
Oh my god. That was funny.
What's up, Doug's cat?
Who is this? Is this the Feinstein replacement?
Yep.
Yeah, you can call me on the phones if you want to.
Yeah.
Pick up the phones.
I wonder who's smarter, her or Feinstein with a stroke.
Oh shit. Feinstein now.
Feinstein now could probably beat her in a 5-question test.
Oh, they're getting rid of Feinstein?
She's dead.
Bitch died. We talked about this on Friday.
I'm talking about Fetterman.
Oh, no.
I was hoping he died.
He might as well be dead. He's brain dead. with this new stash. Looking like a fucking...
It actually sounds better now than it did a year ago. Actually, it sounds better. He's still a little bumbling fool, but it looks like he's getting better, not worse. Whereas like McConnell's getting worse. Oh. This person's going to start off as worse. This person's so obscure, Bubba, that they don't even really know what a real birthday is.
Yeah.
It's like those fighters they used to bring over from Africa that they didn't know really because they didn't have a birth certificate. Like we're not really sure how old he is. We're the players from like the Dominican Republic. Like, oh yeah, he's 19. He's really 30.
She wasn't even living in California.
Oh, she's like from Mississippi.
And she was just recently in Maryland.
Like lived there? Well, whatever, dude.
She's a Kamala Harris person.
Yeah.
Which means Kamala's going to pick Gavin as her vice president if she takes over. He's so narcissistic, he should have appointed himself to the center.
He is.
Live from Tampa, Florida, home of the big, fat, greasy bitch, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. And now, here's your host, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Your brother, like, oh my God, I need him so bad. And some stuff I got going on.
When Jay had passed the bar, his plan went into action. His brother Dan became the IROC man with Guido satisfaction. But Jay don't play around. With co-eds trying to get shifty, he planned ahead, surfs up instead with Costa Rican feet. Cartels are his clientele. When he needs cover for Thanksgiving, instead of dealing with Dan or all the family drama, he's hanging 10 and fishing. He don't get good cell service. Even when you need to reach him, whatever's going down, he's going underground because Jay's in Costa Rica.
Jay's nighttime TT9 concoction has been approved by Dan.
Yes.
It's going to be interesting to see if it works.
Jay's in Costa Rica.
Dan, when the is Jay coming back? As we said, I don't know. It's his life vacation.
His legs are always restless. He's craving for some sleep. He's hoping Bubba's TT Night can finally knock him off his feet. He can tear his pectoralis or even lacerate his calf, but he'd rather be dead hanging 10 instead to avoid Antina's wrath. His family tried to get him to go see Taylor Swift. He got him box seats and then he hit the beach because he did not want to go with them. While Danny's in New Jersey and he's flipping Italian pizzas, Jay's point breaking on another vacation because he's in Costa Rica.
That's true. Jay has been gone. Jay, come on. Are you coming here? Jay, how much more vacation
Jay's in Costa Rica.
A lot. The jury verdict says not guilty.
Everybody. Myself, Lummy, Dan, Anna, Mach. Haven't heard from Mach at all. Rhett. Scout. She speaks more than Macho Man.
Yeah.
Monday, October 2nd. Today, the after show will be exclusively a podcast. We'll have that up by noon. Anywhere you get your podcasting stuff. Spotify, iHeart, Google Play, iTunes. It's one of the most exclusive things we do. I think we throw it up on the locals, too.
Yes, we do.
I think today, I'm trying to make it over to Finderworks in Largo or Clearwater or whatever the hell it is, right across the bridge, because they're gonna repaint the Crown Vic.
Oh, right.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's pretty embarrassing to drive that Crown Vic.
It's gonna look pimp as hell when they're done with it, though.
Like my mom. The Merch Crick, me and Bella went to Ocala Friday, stayed the night in the RV, fifth wheel Willie. Then Saturday worked till like 6. And then I was like, well, text Janie Cake, see if she wants us to come over for a few hours to spend some time with Mom. And
Is this Friday night or Saturday night?
Saturday. So, because we have Bella. Bella is kind of wild. But she'll listen to me. But my mom is so anal about her furniture and everything that she goes and puts sheets over the couches because she doesn't want any dog hair.
Well, at least she doesn't have plastic over the couch.
Remember
those plastic cushions that the old Italian ladies used to have?
Yeah. And then they take it off and their furniture would be brand new.
Yeah.
And then they'd sell it. But so the entire time that you had to enjoy your furniture with your grandma back in the day, she had this, real hard plastic, see-through plastic, textured plastic on it. And then like you'd go one time after like 5, 6, 7 years, it'd be plastic. Well, then you'd go one time over to grandma's and the plastic would be off. And you're like, finally, we're going to enjoy. And then
you're not stuck to it.
And she'd be telling you, oh, no, the reason I took it off is because we're trading it in. We're getting a new one.
Yep.
Well, you never really got to enjoy it.
No. My aunt did that to a car. She got a car and got cloth seats and then got plastic coating over them. I'm like, well, just get the leather seats.
What'd she say? Couldn't afford it?
It would have been the same amount of money with what she paid.
It's not the rich part of the family. Now is the family? Is there?
Her kids are doctors and lawyers and stuff like that. So I really don't have any sympathy on that.
Are all the Diacos rich? like on your dad's brother's side, Nick, his identical twin.
Right.
Is his family rich?
Well, he did well. And he left his daughter money, and he even left his stepdaughter some money. His daughter's married to a cinematographer, and this guy has been he shot everything from Aquaman to Forrest Gump. So he's solid.
He's
solid.
A cameraman.
He's the camera guy. Yeah,
and
he's the actual guys that he runs the camera crew.
Yeah, those guys will get if they get a James Cameron or somebody that. Like these really high end producers, they'll only shoot with a certain guy. They're like, listen, and if he's one of those guys are making a couple million a year.
Right. Now his dad was that guy for the last 15 years, and he's kind of taking over his dad's. He's been working with his dad the whole time, and he's in his 30s now, and his dad's getting ready to retire, and so he's kind of taking over the whole thing. And
is it a family business kind of?
Well, it was just he and his father, really. Like his father did it, and then he got into it. And like I said, he's done everything from Forrest Gump to Jackie Robinson movie to the Aquaman. He does all kinds of stuff.
That's Nick's
daughter's husband. Right. His
then,
stepdaughter married a teacher, so they're not like dancing in cash.
Now, do you guys ever all get together?
Mm-hmm. They're coming probably for Christmas.
Down here?
Yeah.
Where are they staying?
Well, I'm trying to negotiate that one.
The carriage house?
I said, nope. I said, they can stay with you, Steve. You invited them. They can be your guests.
Well, I mean, Steve's got the most room. I mean,
yes and no, not really.
He's got two extra bedrooms
yeah,
at Bella's.
I have like 4 extra bedrooms, but it's very disruptive.
Oh, it is. Having somebody come in to like a family
with kids
come in and stay with you, and then your family for like more than a weekend is very disruptive.
For more than 3 hours is disruptive.
Like Linda Hogan used to say the best thing ever. A lot of things came out of Linda Hogan's mouth, but this was one that I never forgot.
In and out.
Prophetic?
Fish, family, and friends all start to smell after 2 days.
Yeah.
It's true.
It is.
Fish, family, and friends, all 2 days about the sweet spot.
Yep.
Really?
Then get to packing.
Like when I go see Sumo, I stay 3 days, and when I see Larry, I stay 3 days. Boom.
And you're 1 or 2 people. But like to show up with like 4 or 5 with kids and all kinds of like paraphernalia for the kids, like from car seats to feeding seats to toys to come on. And then you gotta come for Christmas and I gotta give your kids all these like gifts that they can't even ship back.
So I don't even know your kids and probably don't even like them.
They've met. They know each other.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Yeah, family, like just immediate family. No out of town family for holidays, please. None.
I'm gonna get on the J train and skate town.
I got like a 50-mile radius. If you don't live within 50 miles of this circle, you can't come to my party.
Right.
If you're not family, that's what's so cool about my family. It's me and Tara and her husband and mom and Merch Crick. That's it. That's all we got.
That's manageable.
Yeah, that's very manageable. Like this Saturday, we're going because Tara's birthday
is the 4th.
And the Merch Cricks is the 8th.
Same as Alex Stein's.
And so
and Doug Clem.
This Saturday night, we're going to some kind of, I know the place. I'll have to tell Dan or Lummy. It's probably, you guys have I'm sure you guys
So
have
it's a
been
fish
there
place?
before. It's kind of a famous place.
Oh.
And I hope I don't have to get too dressed up on the deal.
Just wear your white linen stuff that you always wear.
No, I don't know.
Right? Isn't that your fancy outfit?
Yeah, I guess.
You're buttoned down with your khakis.
I've had to make sure get my suit all in order for Ronnie's wedding.
You have to wear a suit?
I would think.
Yeah, it's a wedding.
Yeah, it's a wedding. You gotta wear a suit at a wedding.
And you gotta wear Yeah, I mean, you gotta
That's
wear.
not like a boho wedding.
I mean, it's
It's not a barn chic wedding.
No, it's a wedding. So I'm gonna wear a.
I like more casual
I mean, Dan, I probably won't wear a tie, but I'll wear a nice shirt buttoned up, with a sport coat.
Perfect.
And matching slacks.
Yeah.
That would look nice.
That's good. That's all I need. I don't think I have to wear a tie, do I?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's a Vegas wedding.
Yeah. I mean, Richard and Sal will probably be nude by the end of the whole deal.
By the time they say I do.
I gotta think I'm gonna get some pretty good content out of that,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, Janie Cakes, this is a really, really tough time for Janie Cakes. I went and saw her on Saturday. We're coming home from Ocala, and I'm like blowing a call to Janie Cakes, see if she wants to swing by for a few hours. She loved, because she gets lonely and stuff.
Of course.
Tara was out of town on the other coast with her husband's family.
Ooh.
Her husband's dad's stepdaughter had a baby shower. She's pregnant.
Oh, nice.
So, mom, usually Tara's with mom on Saturday nights. So mom, I stopped by for a few hours, and of course, she has cake and she has all this food. Because that's just the way moms are. And I'm like, Mom, I'm trying to diet and stuff. She's like, come on, Fleet, please have some. And she had Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh,
and she
nice.
oh yeah, my mom.
She's baking Dunkin' Donuts.
Mom, Dan, does your mom always have really good snacks?
She tries to, yes.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. That's what moms do.
I understand.
They want you to come over and snack out.
And
my mom has Pringles and chips and dip and stuff I don't usually
won't buy.
Oreos, stuff that I absolutely love, but if I had them at my house, they would be a problem.
Yeah.
Whereas I can go to my mom's and I can have, a couple donuts.
Steve does that. He has nothing in his house.
Right.
Because he's got a ravenous hunger. So you go to his house and there's literally a refrigerator filled with water.
Nothing.
And celery.
Because he'll eat it.
Yeah.
And so will I. So I can't have a lot of that really good stuff. Everything I have at my house has to be just stuff I'm going to eat for a meal. I don't have a lot of snacks. My mom has more. Oh my God. So I get there and I'm trying to have willpower, but she's got the Oreos and she's got she knows my weakness.
Of course.
She's got Pringles.
What's your weakness?
Well, one of them, Pringles, Oreos. She's got she went to Dunkin' Donuts and got a dozen donuts.
Now, donuts and Oreos talk to me, but Pringles don't really talk to me.
Yeah.
They talk to you?
No, man, once you pop that top, man, you can't
Pringles will talk to me.
It's hard to stop, yeah. Especially
Pringles.
the pizza ones.
Ew.
Pringles will talk to a brother.
There's so many better chips out there, but
I kind of like just the original,
Yep, the
red
originals.
can Pringle.
Ew.
Maybe
Mom had those when
If
I
it's
was a
not
kid.
pizza,
Fritos.
the green sour cream and onion is where it's at too. Those
Yeah,
are
whatever.
delicious.
you gotta go
Straight.
Fritos or salt and vinegar.
So, I go there and everything seems to be good. We have a great time. We don't even leave till midnight.
Jesus.
Yeah, but my mom's very particular. So before I leave, I have to. She doesn't require it, and she doesn't ask you to do it, but you better do it.
Give her a goodbye kiss?
No. You have to take the vacuum cleaner and vacuum everywhere Bella has been in case there's any dog hair at all.
Well, that's fair. You brought the dog.
Midnight vacuum?
Yeah, so I'm out there vacuuming. She's like, you don't have to do that. I go, Mom, you know damn well that if I didn't do it, you'd bitch about it eventually. She goes yeah, you're probably right. I go, so if I do it, then you can't bitch to Tara about it.
Now, did you do it or did Merch Crick do it?
No, I did it.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, I did it. Mitch Crick was taking the king size fitted sheets off the couches.
Right. She's not just sitting there.
She's
she never just sits there.
Oh no, she's working at all times. I mean, if there's only person that's sitting, it's me.
You're vacuuming sitting down.
So, she's got one of these. She's got one of these little sharks.
Yeah.
He's got the Roomba going.
She's like, Sweetness. Now, when you get done, I want you to bring that over here because I know the container was empty, and I want to show you just how much Bella hair is. Like, Mom, No, so we start arguing because some of it's actually dust, which my mom keeps probably the cleanest house I've ever seen in my entire life. But it's there's a little bit of dust. And I go, Mom, that's not Bella hair. That's dust. She goes, we get in a big argument about it. She goes, it's not Bella hair. It's dust. She goes, you will not find any dust. I go, well, I'm just telling you, there's dust. She got full hot on that. So yesterday, it's 4:30, 4:45. I take my TT99 pills, and by like 5:30, I'm Bubba Shivo pretty much. Well, Tara calls me right at 5. Hey, I'm headed over to Mom's. Mom is having a panic attack. I think she's dehydrated, and her blood pressure is 119 over 113.
Wait, 119?
No, I'm sorry, 219.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
219 over 113.
Wow, that's high.
And she's crying, and she can't stop crying. She said she's having an anxiety attack. Well,
this is Sunday?
Yeah, this is Sunday.
Last night.
And, Dan, I can't go over there,
right. Because you're slurring already.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm like, oh, my God, Tara, well, what's bugging her is her 40th anniversary with Jeff, Eddie, is October 8th.
Oh, it's coming up.
And that's coming up. And it's her it would have been their 40th. Now she left. She lost Eddie January 3rd, and so she has these kind of like mini panic attacks, just because she's lonely and she just it's a whole new world when you've been with somebody that long to not be with them. And not only that, but most people that are together 40 years don't like each other. Like they were genuinely in love. Like they were each other's best friends. Like they never argued. They just were they were literally each other's best friends. And so, to lose your lover and to lose your husband but to lose your best friend, there's probably some people that have been married 40 that the husband died and the wife's like, phew, thank God I don't got that asshole around here anymore, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I know a lot of old people who hate each other, right?
Yeah.
Man, whoa. I'm glad he's gone. I got some life insurance money. I can go out and have a good time.
There was a woman that I worked with in Michigan, and I remember she telling me that she was really unhappy with her husband and that she was thinking about leaving him. And then they stayed together, and then probably about a year ago. And she's probably 45 now, and then he died. And I've never seen her happier.
Yeah, because she probably most responsible.
Problem solved itself.
Most responsible people have some type of life insurance, and my mom, because Jeff's Social Security, I didn't know this, but like if you draw Social Security and your husband draws Social Security, well, Social Security is based on your 5 best years working. Whatever your 5 highest earning years are, they take that as your Social Security number. And Jeff's, Social Security is probably like $300 or $400 more a month than my mom's. Well, if your spouse dies and their Social Security was higher than yours, you get theirs. Now, you don't get yours and theirs. You just get the higher of the two.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So like Romina, when you die, Dan, Romina,
we'll be partying.
I don't even know that she has a Social Security.
I don't think they give them to illegal aliens.
I know, but I don't know how much that she's actually how much paychecks that she's actually earned.
Yeah. Officially?
Yeah.
Not a lot.
I'm just saying. Like she may not even qualify. Ma'am, your husband's dead here. But you have not paid. You've never had a job.
Well, I thought all the illegal aliens get Social Security.
I don't know, Dan. I thought your wife was a legal alien.
Oh, I guess she is now.
Yeah.
She's been here too long.
So my mom, October 8th is coming. She's hyper. Tara gets there, and I'm like, call me when you get there. And so Tara calls me. She gets Mom calm down. She brings Gatorade and like Pedialyte and all this kind of stuff. Which I don't know how my mom got dehydrated. Like I don't know how she gets.
Didn't drink
water.
Old
people get that all the time. It's weird, Bubba. I don't understand it either. They get dehydrated, and it just doesn't make any sense. It's like if you're thirsty, drink.
I don't think she's like. Tara reported back that she hadn't really drank much water in 2 or 3 days.
Oh, jeez.
And so, if you know as an old person that you get dehydrated quickly, and dehydration for an older person is far more of an event than it is for a young person.
Mm-hmm.
And she's having a panic attack because she misses her husband. Her blood pressure is 219 over 113. So Tara gives her Gatorade and Pedialyte and starts calming her down, and then Tara gives her half a Xanax.
Oh,
and
that's nice.
Within like 45 minutes to an hour, her Janie Cakes' blood pressure was down to like 160 over 90 or something like that.
Tolerable.
Which is, far better than 219 over 113.
That's scary.
And it's headed down as she's calming down.
That's good.
So I hope, Dan, at what number does blood pressure become deadly?
Oh, when it's cracking 200 over 100, that's potentially deadly. That's
For
scary.
real?
Yeah, that's scary. Those are scary numbers.
And what do those numbers mean? Like, what's the 219 and what's the 13?
Okay, systolic and diastolic, like numerator and denominator. So systolic's the top number, the higher number. The diastolic is the bottom number, and it's the high number is the pressure during the beat, and the lower number is the pressure between beats.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So
the low number is like the standing pressure, and then the higher number is during the beat, the pulse of the blood.
Well, that's a lot. That's 113 running through your veins. Normal.
Millimeters of mercury. That's a lot.
What about in the other direction? When does it become deadly?
I don't understand the question.
Like too low.
Oh,
that's what Anna has to worry about.
I mean, 60 over 40, 70 over 40.
Okay.
Those are scary numbers. We start getting below 70.
What are you, Anna? You do know.
I'm 115 over 75.
I don't know.
I'm like 121 over 65.
Yeah, that's good. Those are good numbers.
Hello?
Hey, I heard you guys talking about high blood pressure.
No.
Okay.
I just want to give everyone a warning, bro, that high blood pressure is very, very serious because it's one of those things where you don't necessarily see effects from it right away. You can see your score going up, but you don't really know what it's doing inside you. And I'd called the show a couple years ago one morning I woke up and I'll use medical terminology here. I ejaculated pure red blood. There was not just a little bit of blood in the semen, but pure like red wine shooting out, brother. Blasts of red wine.
Are you bragging?
And I called you guys before I even went to the hospital. I called you guys, told you guys, went to the ER. And I even sent Lummox a picture for verification. Girl thought I was lying.
Did he?
Yeah, we got it, yeah.
So he was peeing, he was urinating.
Well,
straight.
No, bro.
According to him.
Ejaculating, bro.
Well, now.
I swear to God.
All right, so you ejaculated one time pure blood. Now, did you go? Did you go back and?
2 or 3 times.
All right, so
it was pure
blood.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So the 3 ejaculations that you had were all pure blood.
Yeah, now the third one, it was starting to cut out a little bit. The third one, it was looking more like the regular color with just a little bit of red cut in there. But those first 2, it looked like what you would imagine, like a demon ejaculating. It was
Dan, what now, hold on. Did you go to the doctor and get a diagnosis for this, and what did they say?
Yes, I went to the Canadian emergency room, and they...
Which is an acronym. Canadian emergency room. Did they make you wait like 4 weeks for a test?
Yeah.
There was a little bit of a wait, brother, but you know what? Once they saw my scores, my blood pressure was damn near 300. So They got me in there pretty quick when they saw that.
All right, so what? All right, so
he was bleeding into his,
private.
Yes.
Yeah, there was so much.
So hold on, you're saying that your blood pressure was so high that your veins might have been Danny
leaky. They were leaky.
Yeah, leaky.
Just remember Bubba, we talked about like a cloth hose. Like your blood vessels are like a cloth hose where the hose itself sweats. And so if the pressure is really high, you lose more than the normal amount of fluid through your blood vessels into the soft tissue. So if there's a ton of blood, a lot of blood pressure, sometimes you can actually like bleed, like ooze blood into those soft tissues, which again would ultimately lead to hemato ejaculation.
All right, so what did the fine Canadian free healthcare system say?
So they bring me in there, brother, into the free Canadian emergency room, and they have
free Canadian emergency room. I wonder if it's called that. Hey, it's a free Canadian.
Hey, Bubba, where you going?
Free Canadian emergency room.
How much does it cost?
Well, it doesn't cost nothing, but there's a little bit of a wait.
How long did it take?
About 3 days.
Oh, that's good. The last time I went, it took me 5.
Yeah, well, they actually, after the second day, told me just to go home. They'd call me.
Really? Did you ride your horse home?
Yeah, I did. And yeah, I did.
The sleigh?
So the Free Canadian Emergency Room diagnosed you with what?
Epididymitis.
Muscle Terry Beach, Nova Scotia.
Well, they didn't give me as much information as Dr. Dan just did right there. The doctor just came in, and I told him what happened. I was kind of embarrassed to say it. I was telling him about my blood pressure, and then I had to say, and I also, ejaculated blood, and it was like really dark. And
yeah, but Canadian doctors go to school for like a week. They go to school for less time than you had to wait to see him. Like when you went to the emergency room, that's when he started classes. And then by the time you were there, he was just, he was about to graduate 5 days later.
Full-blown MD.
Full-blown Canadian MD.
Yeah.
Full-blown
CMD.
Canadian.
He's full-blown Canadian MD, CMD.
So the Free Canadian Emergency Room doctor tells me that
maple syrup.
Sometimes he just said sometimes it happens. It's scary the first time that happens, isn't it?
Dan, can you imagine if you ejaculate blood 2 times and the explanation you get from the Free Canadian doctor is,
CMD?
Not even like what you just said. Sometimes your veins are like cloths, and if you put too much pressure through it, it's like it'll leak through and go into other things. No, not even that. Just sometimes that stuff happens, brother. That's what he says. Couldn't you diagnose everything that way, Dan?
Yeah.
Everything could be diagnosed with. Well, sometimes that happens.
That's Canadian medicine for you, man. Pat you on the back and say,
so did you go in,
shiz happens.
Did you go in for a surgery, or they just told you, sometimes this happens, buddy? Is that all you got?
No surgery, they said. He said, it's scary the first time that happens, and they did give me a couple of blood pressure prescriptions. And
did you have an STD? Maybe you had like chlamydia or something.
No, nothing, bro. Nothing changed. Nothing in my lifestyle had changed. Well, I was drinking a lot of caffeine, and there were a couple times that my semen had an orange tint. But I think that was from the energy drinks, because each energy drink has like 500 to 700% of your daily vitamin B. And if I'm drinking 3 of those a day, apparently the vitamin B can actually stain your semen orange.
Whatever. I don't know. I think you're just reading stuff on the internet to match up with whatever condition you have, buddy. I don't think that too much energy drinks turn your urine, orange. I don't think so, buddy.
Or your semen. I haven't heard that one.
This guy likes to frolic around in his semen a lot, does he not? Yeah.
I know.
You know more about your semen than the average dude.
Yeah, stay away from the mountain goats, kid.
I'm getting a lot of ass in today's world, and I don't really know much about my semen.
Oh.
Well, bro, I'm just so glad that whenever the red wine deal happened, that I was alone by myself, and I wasn't like with my girlfriend trying to, do something with her, because that would have been really probably traumatizing for her.
I mean, your made-up girlfriend that we've never.
Yeah, this girlfriend that has 4 legs and fur.
We've never heard of Tampa Terry even having a significant other ever.
Oh, I learned a lot from you, brother. I always got some kind of cricket on the go up here, brother.
Yeah, you always got. I always got some cricket on the deal. Do you got a cricket on the deal right now? What's it cost?
Yeah, I got one, brother. No, it's just a good friend, brother.
Yeah.
But hey, Lummox, do you need me to send you that picture again, bro?
No, thank you.
No.
I appreciate it.
We got to go, Terry. Yeah. See you later, buddy.
God bless.
Bye. Man, the Bears, they got their ass kicked.
Sure did.
2 couple 0-3 teams.
Yeah.
And then the Dolphins, they hung 70 on the Broncos 2 weeks ago, and then they can't even beat the Bills.
I mean, the Bills are really good.
Are the Bills good?
Yeah, the Bills are one of the best teams.
Ravens over the Browns, Texans over the Steelers. Are they horrible this year?
God, they suck, man. I mean, they need to fire that entire offensive staff. Matt Canada is the worst offensive coordinator that they have had ever.
How about the head coach? Maybe it's time for him to go.
Mike Tomlin? You can't fire a black man.
You can't fire Mike Tomlin. Yeah. He hasn't had a losing season in Pittsburgh ever. So until he does, I think he's pretty good. But if he's ever on the hot seat, I'd love to have him back in Tampa.
What's his record right now?
1-3.
Yeah.
All right. Vikings, they over the Panthers. Watched a little bit of that game.
They got their first win.
Rams over the Colts in overtime. Rico called me drunk as hell. I couldn't even understand what he was saying. He has his own box at the Colts game, Lummy, like comparable to a Diaco box.
Nice.
Rico has one. Buccaneers over the Saints. That was kind of a boring game.
Yeah, it wasn't
a
exciting.
defensive game.
But, again, the Bucs ultimately dominated, and Jameis Winston reminded us why we got rid of Jameis Winston, because he absolutely sucks.
That was the most poetic thing ever. I mean, 1 pass attempt, 1 interception for old Jameis.
Yeah.
And they'd rather have injured Derek Carr in there than Jameis.
they'd rather actually have, Bo Derek in there than Jameis Winston.
Derek Carr with 1 arm.
Yeah. He sucks.
How much longer is Jameis Winston going to be able to bamboozle the league and at least be a backup?
You know what's crazy is that he's going to be with the Saints, I don't know about until the end of his career, but he chose to be there twice.
Yep.
He chose to be there after they pulled the rug on him because Drew Brees told him it was his team. So he goes out there and he starts and then obviously gets injured, has to miss the rest of the year. And then he comes back and they're telling him it's still his team. But we got Derek Carr, so you can go ahead and be a backup if you want to, or we can let you go look for another contract.
But
I don't
think that anybody wanted him because I don't think.
No, teams were going to sign him. Pittsburgh was a team that would have signed him. The Colts probably would have taken a really good look at him. There were a couple of teams that needed a QB.
Mm-hmm.
Does he still eat W's?
Yeah, he eats.
Yeah, not many lately.
Yeah,
he's so stupid.
He's been eating L's.
He's so stupid.
That's so weird.
And that might be one of. In that, I know Mariota went second, but in that year's draft when he was number 1 overall, who went on to be something later on down? Like who else got drafted in the first round that's now killing it?
Because Marcus didn't kill it either. I mean, he struggled.
No,
kind
neither
of an
one.
up and down career for about 5 or 6
Nobody
years.
really. I mean, Brent Hundley was in that draft. Garrett Grayson, Bryce Petty,
But
Sean
I'm not talking
Mannion.
about. Is that are those quarterbacks?
Yes, aside from Jameis and Mariota.
No, I'm not talking about quarterbacks. I'm just talking about any player drafted.
I think QBs.
No. Any player drafted after number 2 that went on and just killed it.
I mean, Amari Cooper's been a really good wide receiver.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper, but out of the top 5, you've got Jameis 1, Marcus Mariota 2, Dante Fowler 3, who kind of fell out of the league. Amari Cooper is okay. 5 is Brandon Scherf, who is a pretty good tackle. 6 is Leonard Williams, defensive end for the Jets. I don't even know what happened to him. Is he still playing, Lummy?
No, he's not. I'm in the second round looking for an actual.
Kevin White.
That might have been the worst draft in the history of the draft.
Sounds like it.
Todd Gurley at 10. He had 3 good years and then fell off the planet. Andres Pete, the tackle for New Orleans, still plays for them. He's pretty good. Devontae Parker for Miami, the wide receiver. Melvin Gordon, the running back. He kind of fell off. Marcus Peters, the corner. He's not great. Nelson Aguilar is one of the worst wide receivers in the league.
Done. Thanks.
Yeah, there you go.
But I'm in the 4th round. I still haven't found anyone that's really killing it.
Man, are the Bengals 1-3?
Yeah, Joe Burrow is not having a great year.
Is he back to playing?
Still money.
He's been playing, but he's when he got hurt, it really messed him up.
I think they rushed him back. I think it would have been best for them to have him sit out, start the year on IR, miss 4 games, and then go in because you can tell he's hurting. His wide receivers are turning on him now. Like Jamar Chase was, talking to the media yesterday in the locker room. He says, "I'm open. I'm always effing open," even though he got 10 targets yesterday.
Well, there's no time.
Raiders, have they won any this year?
Yeah, they won 1.
Chargers over the Raiders. Cowboys killed the Patriots.
Of course.
Niners over the Cardinals. And then the Chiefs beat the Jets, and that was might as well have been a Taylor Swift infomercial.
Well, last week they said it was the most watched football game in history. There's 23 million people that watched the.
It can't be
Chiefs
the most watched game in history. Regular season.
Yeah, regular season.
And Bubba, what's really funny is there's a whole like slew of videos of women getting their significant others upset talking about Travis Kelce, and they saying that he was like a nobody before Taylor Swift showed up, and watching men's reactions to that comment.
Oh, you mean real
how to trigger your man.
Real sportsman?
Mm-hmm. Like any guy walking around with a penis knows who Travis Kelce is.
Well,
anyone in America with a penis knows who Travis Kelce is.
Not everybody likes football, Dan.
Everyone in America with a penis knows who Travis Kelce is.
Any football fan, any man that knew anything about football knows who Travis Kelce is.
Yes.
Period. He's arguably one of the top 3 or 4 tight ends for the last 3 or 4. I mean, for the last 5-6 years.
I sent you some videos.
He is.
He's probably the best currently, and it will go down as one of the best of the last 20 years.
Yes.
Agreed. And so, he's one of the best at his positions in the league. Period. And has been for quite a while. And hold on here. This is, Anna. This is.
I guess just an example of
of women that are triggering
their boyfriends and husbands.
All right.
Taylor Swift.
All right, here, let me go back to the start here. Let's see if we can go up big. There we go. Let me go full volume Willie on the deal. Yeah, there we go.
Kind of crazy that before this week, no one even knew who Travis Kelce was before Taylor Swift.
Whoa. He said it 7 times.
Put him on the map
Hold on. I mean, she put him on the map this week. Stand by.
this week.
No. Travis Kelce is one of the most popular, one of the most entertaining, elite players in the NFL. Do not come at me with Taylor Swift.
But no one even knew who he was until this week.
He's an 8-time Pro Bowler.
Maybe you didn't know who he was, but it's not like he was some nobody. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champ. He holds almost every record, or will hold every record for a tight end. No. This will be discussed at the office.
I don't know. I just think that she really made him famous.
For the girls, you're correct.
And he's right. For women, he was.
I didn't know who he was.
Right,
but,
exactly.
Please, I don't know anything.
Please. Did any guy really know who he was?
Travis Kelce? Yes!
Before their girlfriends started talking about Taylor Swift?
Yes, people. I'm disgusted.
This is a PG version of
There's
this,
thousands of them.
Yeah, but
there's thousands of them.
That's a PD discussion of what most real men would say.
Oh, yeah.
Be like,
PG.
bitch, you're crazy.
What?
The hell out of there with that nonsense. You Swifty-liking bitch. Get the hell out of here. Do you think that this is going to end up good or bad for him?
Oh, well, it doesn't matter because anything he does, he's getting a free pass on.
No, but is it going to end up being a...
Wait, are we talking about Travis Kelce? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Is it going to end up being a distraction for the Chiefs, is what I'm saying?
No, it's helping. It's good because the Chiefs are doing well.
Is it
regardless.
almost a Colorado Dion effect?
I think it's going to do nothing, but it's helping him. He's selling more jerseys. It's helping them. They're selling more tickets. Their tickets are going for double the cost they used to go for. They were already a hot ticket. Pre-Taylor. They're already a hot ticket to begin with. It's expanding the NFL audience. It's doing exactly what they want it to do. And he gets to tap that ass.
Do you think she's attractive?
I think she's hot. Yeah,
I think she's all right.
She's skinny. She's
5'11".
I bet she's ridiculously wealthy. And she may be a lame lay, or she may sing like a nightingale.
Well, what I'm saying is,
can you imagine her hitting the high notes and cracking glass?
No,
at the right time.
Can you imagine though? She looks so innocent and everything, and then she's just an absolute freak.
Yeah, of course she
just
is.
an absolute freak.
Mm-hmm.
Like just an
Get that red
absolute
lipstick all over you,
and just talks the smack, and just
she's dirty.
Oh, yeah. I hope. I mean, you know that Travis is going to have to sign some kind of NDA after they break up because everybody's going to be asking him, man, tell us about, her oral and stuff. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I'm going to tell you something, man.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift gave the sloppiest, best oral I've ever had. My God, she'd take it and beat it against her face and slob it all up.
And she doesn't shave down low either. She's got this massive
I'm not
afro
I'm
down
not
there.
putting that on her.
Oh.
I'm putting on she's clean shaven, bare floors, and then she's just unbelievable oral, just can go all night long and just screams nasty, dirty stuff and likes it doesn't want like a 15-minute quickie. Wants after we do it, 15, 20 minutes later, she's back down there trying to get some relief, trying to get some more excitement going.
I'm going with afro and just a lame dead fish.
No, of course you are. You're Dan Diaco. You don't give anybody any credit. You're a dick.
None.
You're full of yourself. Of course you're doing that. Of course you're putting that on Taylor Swift.
She's had some very high profile boyfriends.
Right,
over the
and
years,
high profile but
I just wonder what the Travis Kelce song will be like.
I don't know, man.
Be a good album.
She dumps him.
Maybe he should come up with a country song about her.
Yeah, he should.
I dated Taylor Swift. She's got a nice little kitty cat.
Yeah, but her VAD score is already like 400.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. She's been with like everybody alive.
Not Pete Davidson.
She's the only one she hasn't been. The only one that's outdone
Was
her.
she with Pete Davidson?
Is like the only one. The only one's outdone her is like Paris Hilton.
Hold on. Now, did Taylor Swift at one time date Pete Davidson?
No. That's the one that she's missing.
Because that kind of makes you dirty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but dating 400 other guys doesn't.
No, but none of the dudes were like dirty. Like if she would have dated a Russell Brand or a...
He's not dirty.
Yeah,
you think he's dirty?
Anna, help me out here.
Pete Davidson's dirty. Russell Brand's just...
Pete
Russell
Davis
Brand is
kind of dirty.
filthy McNasty.
Yeah, see, Dan, that shows
Even
you
if
how
he
much
didn't
you
rape
don't
anybody,
know.
he was still filthy McNasty.
He's just dirty. He's a dirty.
He's a dirty birdie.
Yes,
I mean,
him
he
and
was
Pete.
an addict. He was a sex addict. He was a drug addict.
Him and Pete
they do
Davidson.
dirty stuff.
Him and Pete Davidson are dirty. Meanwhile, I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio is considered a dirty.
No, he's just a pimp.
He's just a pimp getting a lot of ass.
He's a PIMP.
Pete Davidson and Russell Brand are dirties.
Are you following that Nina Agdal drama at all?
Who's that?
That's Logan Paul's fiance, and everyone's calling her a whore because they have all these videos and pictures of her with other men. But she is a filthy McNasty and talked about getting D, and I don't know. It makes Logan Paul look like a chump because he's with he's wedding a hoe.
His new girl.
Well, his fiance.
His fiance.
Who made him wait for sex. He said that. He's like, she made me wait like a month or so for sex. Meanwhile, she was dishing it out to everybody else. So
meanwhile, you're saying there's a ton of footage of her really kicking it out wide?
Yeah, that guy that he's... honestly, I don't really follow too much stuff.
What's her name again?
Nina Agdal. She's a Danish model, and she's been with pretty much everybody in Hollywood. She's very attractive. She's kind of interesting looking. I'd be curious to see if Dan thinks she's hot.
Nami, can you send me an article on this?
She's got unique features.
Yeah. Send me an article on...
She's certainly attractive.
Send me as much of that as stuff. I'd like to talk about that next.
Sure.
All right.
Uncensored.
Yes, a lot.
Unflappable.
I drink dirty bananas and laid by the pool.
And uneducated.
Unhealthily. Is that a word?
Unhealthily. The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
You're fucking wedding a hoe. Like, she's a fucking slut. It's like, that's his fiance. It's, I don't know. Even I was like, ooh. Yeah, like, she's pretty. There, but I don't know. What do you think?
Tell me when you send something.
I will. Do you?
Tell me super beats.
Yeah, like a jaw. Like, but there she's stunning. But like there, I don't know. Here, I'll send you all the drama. So here's her Instagram. And then
she's a whore.
I mean, not only has she been like seen with other men, but she's like, there's videos of her being like, I want a big cock, and like it's you don't want to have your wife be saying that. You know what I mean?
She's very mouth. Like a real
Oh, wow.
She's got like an interesting look. What's his name? Dennis.
Dylan Davis?
Yeah, I don't know the drama. Yeah, she has like a restraining order against him. Someone like break it down.
Did you send me just that one?
Yo, that's her Instagram. I'm trying to get a video that kind of encapsulates everything. Okay, so.
Like the whole story.
Yeah. He like just started exposing stuff that was already online, but was I guess kind of hidden. So there's a video of her talking about like.
She does have some masculine features.
Yeah, like she has a robust jaw.
Yeah, she got that Jeff Aniston jaw.
But she's very pretty, but she's just got like a unique kind of look. She's just about like getting dick. I need a penis inside me. Like just shit you wouldn't want your wife to say. Let me see if I can find when he calls. Yeah, this is probably... Oh, here's the short. All right, I sent you some stuffs. Probably want to play the last one first. I did not see your picture of Paris Hilton. I think I saw her. Well, that's nice. Yeah. Two scientists whose research led to the effective mRNA vaccines against COVID have won the Nobel Prize in medicine.
The two researchers that did what?
Two scientists whose research led to effective mRNA vaccines against COVID have won the Nobel Prize in medicine. The Fonza.
Who were they? Is that the names?
Yeah, I'm sure they did. Hungarian Katalin Kariko and Drew Weissman of the U.S.
Wiseman.
And the Chiefs won? Oh, they played the Jets, right?
Yeah, they were killing him, and they just caught up and they won. Because Taylor was cheering.
Yeah, she was there. She brought the power.
Oh.
They showed her the whole game.
Really? I'm sure. Wasn't she with like Blake Lively?
Ryan Reynolds.
Other people?
She was Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, because Ryan Reynolds was married to Blake Lively. I was looking at Ryan Reynolds the whole time.
Jesus, Dad.
See right there. Oh yeah, look who's on the news.
Imagine that.
See the guy with the beard, striped shirt.
That red lipstick is.
It just. He's got red lipstick all over his dick.
Oh dear.
Kansas City Red.
Just needed something that showed up on TV.
That's Blake Lively?
Yeah. Well, no, that's Brittany Mahomes. There's Ryan Reynolds.
Hugh Jackman.
There's his
The
mom.
one that was jumping earlier was Blake Lively.
It's crazy.
She's never looking at the other stuff.
The mom?
No, Blake Lively.
Oh. I was like, Travis's mom.
Yeah, they said there's no plans to send troops to Vietnam before Vietnam, and to Korea before Korea, and to Europe before World War II. You're saying that the Prime Minister of England's saying we're not sending any troops to Ukraine? Yeah.
But they're sending weapons and
$100 million.
and fighter jets.
I apologize for interrupting your regular program.
Yo, Power Pick, hello.
Should hit these with everything we got, sir.
Living vicariously
Through his bizarre world.
Imagine how much protein's in my body.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
We all have a heartfelt reason to support our blood pressure. In fact, more than half of the U.S. population would benefit from blood pressure support, and Super Beet Heart Chews are easy and a convenient way to support healthy blood pressure, and they promote heart-healthy energy as well. Paired with a healthy lifestyle, the antioxidants in Super Beets are clinically shown to be nearly 2 times more effective at promoting normal blood pressure than a healthy lifestyle alone. Over 30,000 5-star reviews and counting. Super Beet Heart Chews are plant-based, and so they're easy to add to your routine. No pills to swallow, no ingredients to mix or prepare. Super Beets is the #1 pharmacist-recommended beet brand for cardiovascular health support. It's blood pressure that you can support and trust. Double your potential with Super Beet Heart Chews and get a free 30-day supply of Super Beet Heart Chews and 15% off your first order by going to superbeets.com.
Promo code Bubba.
Use promo code Bubba. That's GET Super BEETS. GetSuperBeats.com.
Promo code Bubba.
Promo code Bubba. A lot of Bubba Army been ordering that stuff, so thank you for that. So, Anna, we were talking about, Taylor Swift dating Travis Kelce and how, as a dude, I think dating Taylor Swift, there's really no way society can spin it as she's a hoe, or the only knock on Taylor Swift is when you break up with her, she could potentially write an album about you.
Yeah.
That's the only knock.
It's only happened like 45 times.
I know, but what I'm saying is, never do you hear people say that she's a whore, or that she's loose, or that she's trashy, or that she's got some STD, or there's 85 other dudes that have blasted her.
But except that last part, though, Bubba, because she's got so many high-profile boyfriends. I mean,
But for some reason, her
inevitable.
management company have been able to keep the ugliness out of it.
Well, you got to think, she's been in the public eye since she was like 16.
Right.
So, I mean, you think about how many people you date along the way, and maybe it was just a few dates. Maybe she's pictured with someone, and then, it's rumored they had sex, but maybe they didn't. So you don't really know. But she's been pictured with a lot of guys.
Yeah, she has, but she doesn't have the dirty reputation.
No, she doesn't.
Just does. No, she doesn't. I mean, she does. She may have had. I've been with a lot of dudes, but she doesn't have the dirty,
So do you think that Ariana Grande has a sluttier reputation than her?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's also the branding. Like Taylor Swift is pretty clean cut.
I mean, Taylor Swift has some of the best people in place to make sure that she's spun photographer, that she's never in a spot that they could get a paparazzi, meltdown. Like they just, her life is very controlled and very highly managed correctly. Now we go to the Jake Paul, Logan Paul deal, and his newest fiance is this Nina. What's it?
Agdal.
Agdal.
She's a Danish model. She's been with everybody, but she's a dirty birdie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's got the dirty birdie kind of deal going on. Now, is this her right here?
Yeah, I mean, she's stunning. She clearly.
And this is, and her and Logan Paul are engaged now?
Yeah, they're engaged.
And how long have they been dating?
I don't know, but they got engaged a few months ago, and then he's doing some fight. I'm not following it too closely.
He's fighting the guy in October.
Dylan Dennis. This guy, I don't know who he is. Some internet
it's October 15th
celebrity.
He fights him.
Right.
Now, how long has she lived in how long has she been over here?
But she's been pictured with everyone in Hollywood, from Leonardo DiCaprio to
Leonardo DiCaprio usually has first dibs on all hot bitches.
Yeah.
I think as soon as you land at LAX, they have they're trained to just take all hot bitches aside and send them over to.
Yeah, he's got spotters in the airport.
He's already paid off TSA that as soon as all hot bitches land, send them to my place.
Yeah,
you get $100 finder fee for every bitch you bring over, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, what is this?
Notes, so the Cliff Notes is essentially this Dylan Dennis guy calls out Logan Paul as part of the the trash talking leading up to the fight, and just basically calls her a whore. He's like, you are marrying a whore, and he just kind of releases all this footage that was already online but was kind of buried.
Yeah, him and everyone else. Like, a lot of people are piling on.
So he kind of organized,
like Adam 22 all over again.
All right, so Dylan Dennis is the guy that Logan Paul is scheduled to fight next. Correct.
Yes.
Now, is this guy a bum, or is he?
No idea.
He's a legitimate UFC fighter, but he's kind of been relegated to just making offensive comments online for the sake of pissing people off because he can't get attention being a good fighter.
Does he have a record as being a fighter?
He's middle of the road kind of fighter.
And that's all Logan fights.
He's kind of like
fights guys that are like quasi in the middle of the road on the way down.
Right.
He fights bums. He's become what they said Rocky was in Rocky 4.
He's kind of like Chael Sonnen back in the day, where he wasn't going to beat everybody, but he was very good at marketing himself and just pissing people off to get people talking about it.
So here, this is
he's 2-0, Bubba.
All right. So is this something that he posted?
I think he's just unbearing all this footage of her that was already online.
By the way, I'm very proud of myself. This is the longest that's ever gone without sex since I started. Obviously, it's driving me crazy.
You got like a little pig nose?
Yeah. Quiet. I'm struggling.
I am struggling. I need penis inside of me. ASAP. Like, all I want is like a big fat sausage.
Bubba's like, I don't see the problem with this at all.
Destroying my body.
I mean, there comes borderline. This is kind of hot. I mean, yeah, she might be a little bit of a, bad girl, but I mean, there comes a little bit of appreciation for those scoring at home.
So, if any of you guys know a good dick that doesn't have STDs on it, I'll take it. Right here.
Dylan Dennis, by the way, in the UFC,
that's
went 18-16, so he was pretty average.
Logan coming at you from more Logan Paul. We are at Lake Tahoe right now.
Now, has that been photoshopped or did he actually do that?
I don't know.
7 in the morning, and I am swimming around in this freezing ass lake with a penis on my face.
Yeah, it's a really old video.
Yeah.
Logan career accolades, most canceled man of 2018, posted video of a suicide in Japan, crypto scam, most ran through girl in the world, lost to 56-year-old Floyd Mayweather, lost to KSI in a boxing match, career ended by Dylan Dennis already.
So the other video I sent you is the trash talking at the promo event.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It up and passing it around to anyone who wants just like his girl, just like his fiance. Anybody can get it in the crowd. Just, you've been so wait up until 9 a.m. in the morning. Rejected your ass. Go hook up with real athletes. You don't gotta take that shit out on me because my brother hooked up with your ex. I got rid of this slut. You're marrying one. Dylan.
That's just crazy to
Run
say.
your mouth all you want. 75 bodies she's been with, buddy. I still got more. You ain't ever been with any girl as beautiful as my girl. Yeah, okay. My lovely fiance, my sweetheart, who I love so much. My apartment costs more than your entire net worth. Leonardo DiCaprio, bro. Bro, you've resorted to attacking a woman as your fight tactic? No wonder you're friends with Conor McGregor. Yeah. No wonder you're friends with Conor McGregor. Where is he, by the way? We will be...
I mean,
It's just low blows.
It is, and
it's interesting.
And it's what sells pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, these guys are working a program with each other.
I don't know, man. That seems pretty... when there's working a program, and then there's going a little bit, a little bit too personal, right?
Like throwing turkey sausage on a Muslim guy.
Well, yeah, I mean,
come on, Alex.
I mean, Alex couldn't even go too far without he screwed up going too far.
Yeah.
I mean, right? Call the guy's wife a whore, say that everybody's ran through her, all that kind of stuff, but don't start getting into religious stuff. Right? You'll get canceled quicker than nothing for that.
Like deep frying Quran or something?
Yeah.
They've been doing that for years.
We didn't deep on it. I was never going to deep fry the Quran. We were saying we were going to, and just saying we were going to go flipped people out.
Well, yeah.
Flipped them out.
I mean,
didn't want to Hebdo.
I got calls from people that work at MacDill Air Force Base.
Oh, I know. I heard about it.
I got a call from a general saying, I can't tell you whether you can do that or not. You have every right to do it. You do. You can do it all you want. It's under the guise of the First Amendment. But one, I'm putting your radio station on notice that if they broadcast it, I got a problem with it being a public security issue. And then, Dan, you got corporate calling you saying, what in the... We got the head of SATCOM already called up Atlanta and talked to the president of the company saying that you're going to do some stupid-ass fight. So you start getting that call. And then he's like, the general is talking to me. He's like, I can't necessarily guarantee your protection because the people that you're going to offend take this very seriously. This isn't the same as what an American feels like about a Bible. He goes, Americans, will not kill you for the most part over a Bible. The people that follow this book, the hardcore followers, will kill you for doing that. They will kill you.
They'll kill you if you're even a different version of their same religion.
Right. So
I mean, they're so stiff that if you're a Shiite and you run across a Sunni, you want to kill them.
I know.
They're both Muslims.
So think about this.
Worship Allah.
I'm not a Muslim.
So you're dead.
I'm some white guy.
You're dead.
And I got this big turkey fryer, and I batter up a Quran. I batter it up, and then I deep fat fry it. I mean, the guy.
People have died over much less.
Yeah.
So
Nice when the general told me, when the general told me the people that will be the most offensive won't be vocal. They potentially will kill you. They will bomb your building. That'd really suck. Open up the front door and it'd be a Kiss concert.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I won't do it. Very rarely did I ever back down. So, I was always like, man, you can't tell me what I'm going to do a stunt.
I don't want to die, though.
And you had life insurance back then, too.
Yeah, I don't even have any life insurance.
Tyler's a rich man right now.
Let's.
Yeah, that's not necessarily the topic I really wanted to speak about. Dan, you're really batting 1,000 today. You're coming in. I mean, you're way stiff, Danny. You must have had a very boring weekend.
Boring.
You must not have bike ride. You must not have twisted Steve's ankle. You must not have had any family emergencies because you're coming in super hot today.
I'll turn it down.
Calling Reese Witherspoon, but ugly.
Okay, first of all, Taylor Swift's way hotter than Reese Witherspoon, and that Danish girl's hot, but she's not really the girl you want to take home to mom.
Maybe.
Well,
doesn't there come a point where
just don't check her?
Doesn't there come a point where, like, as you get older, Dan, you want a girl to be a little bit more dirtier? Don't as you get a little bit older?
Yeah, you just don't want
because you don't care about what people think.
Yeah, but do you want to be penis partners with Leonardo DiCaprio?
And then you're going to be the one doing the dishes and cleaning the house because I guarantee you she doesn't do any of that.
I ain't doing it.
Yeah. Do you think she lifts a pinky?
Yeah.
For anything other than a concert?
He has maids.
Yeah,
he's got maids. Yeah. If you're rolling around, how old is she?
She's 31.
Taylor Swift or the
No. Nina.
How old's Taylor Swift?
31 is maybe a little too old to be acting like that, but what do I know?
Well, a lot of these videos are from when she was younger, I'm sure.
The difference is between Taylor Swift and this model is that Taylor Swift is going to make millions and millions and millions of dollars for another 20 years, and this model.
No, hold on. Not millions. Taylor Swift's going to make hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yes.
And if you know
Till the
what,
day she dies.
if you're on a private jet with Taylor Swift, she's paying. If you're on a private jet with this Danish bitch that everybody's run through, you're paying.
Exactly, that's the big difference. Absolutely.
And I'd be a kept man. I mean, listen, Travis Kelce, he makes what, Lummy? 15, 20 million a year?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
I mean, so it's not. He's like some schlub. Right? I mean, if you need, he'd probably offer. Listen, honey.
Yeah, she's like a billionaire with the voice of an angel. The other one's a hot chick with, probably an STD.
But you could tell. But if you were dating, if you make 15, 20 million a year, and you're dating Taylor Swift, and she's coming to pick you up with and her Gulfstream 700. $35 million jet, which none of those stars usually buy theirs. They usually just rent them. But I think that she actually owns 2.
Someone says she owns 4 Falcons.
Yeah, whatever. So she owns them, which is far less, which is way more economical, Dan, than renting. So if you're like Travis Kelce, and you're on the big jet, like, hey Taylor, let me take care of the fuel at least. Let me lay my credit card down for the fuel.
And I was like allegedly with the whole STD thing. I can't say that.
No, you can't.
Okay.
You don't know that. You don't know anything.
I don't know that.
You're just being shocking today. You're shot out. You're being irresponsible.
Absolutely.
But I mean, and if you're Taylor Swift, you're with a dude. You're like, man, I'm with a dude that it's my jet. I'm picking him up. We're going, but he's offering to pay for the fuel, and paying for the fuel on a Falcon or a Gulfstream is a $8,000 to $10,000 thing.
A trip.
Yeah.
It's a nice
a leg.
So, I mean, that would be, but he's got that kind of money where he could, and she probably really appreciates that. She's probably like, this guy's, offering to pay my fuel. Or you get with the captain, Dan, you go, hey, listen, here's my credit card. When you're paying for the fuel, make sure you put it on my card. Billionaire problems,
Yeah.
Of course.
Man, can you imagine if the problem that you had was whether somebody in your $1 billion jet was going to pay for the fuel? Like that, it might be almost offensive.
It
right?
is. It is offensive. If you have a jet like that and you ask someone for fuel money, come on.
No.
That's like, hey, let's go on a ride. You want to ride in my limo? If you give me some gas
you got it
money.
wrong. You have it understood wrong. I'm saying, does the owner of the jet get offended that you offer?
Oh no. But I'd be offended if after I offered, he's like, okay, sure. I'm like, wait. You got $500 million. I'm in your jet, and you're actually going to take me up on me helping you with the gas money? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. They don't understand the dance. You're supposed to decline the offer.
Yeah, dumbass.
What a jerk.
I would have said, hell yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Fill me up, cousin.
It's like, hey, you want to ride in my Ferrari? Give me $1 for gas.
But don't you think that throws off the power dynamic with like men and women? You know, it's hard to take the lead role when your girl's paying for everything.
Yeah, but I mean, but it takes a guy like Travis Kelce to do it. You know, some big stud like that, he'll pull off the power move. He ain't gonna be no bitch. I promise you.
And in his world, he's as big a star as she is in her world.
Right.
He's a real.
Well,
he's a
not
massive.
really.
He's a massive star in the
Not
NFL.
really.
Before any of this Taylor Swift stuff, yes, he absolutely was.
But she's a massive star in life.
Internationally.
And like you don't understand.
Well, he's saying in his world, in the football world.
In his world, he's a big star. But guess what? His world consists of the NFL.
Right. Not
guess what,
the world.
Guess what her world is?
The world.
The entire world.
Right.
Planet
Earth.
Earth. Maybe
his is the
our
NFL.
solar system.
Hers is the Milky Way, bitches.
Automatic microphone shut off. Engage.
Why? What'd they do now?
Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
I thought the fat one didn't really talk that much.
Swift.
So, I'm ready with me for a first date, except I'm 28 weeks pregnant.
This bitch is fucking out of her mind.
So, unfortunately, me and baby daddy, we just haven't worked out.
That's just my opinion.
Guys can't tolerate their own lives when they're 7 months pregnant.
Let
It's
alone.
be difficult to tolerate a stranger with someone else's baby that's 7 months pregnant.
And just like the hormonal changes, and you don't even know who you're dating.
Yeah.
They're all fucking out of whack, I imagine.
And then you have to like hold your breath after the baby's delivered. Like, is she going to lose the 40 pounds or not?
Yeah. It's always a coin toss.
It can be scary sometimes.
Really? You see it go down and never snap back?
I know a guy that married a girl and she doubled in size. Never lost it.
Double.
Went from 110 pounds to 220.
No way.
Yeah.
How old's the kid? You're like, he's 20.
They didn't stay married.
Okay.
Get your MLB tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/MLB.
What's up, chat? You did? I'll check it after the show. What do you go? Just a little scratch. I have to pee kind of. What's up, Stephen Coco? Good morning, Nick the Gun Guy. How are you? Jimmy Buffett is dead. Alright, I think I have time for the bathroom.
That's right, right? That's right. That was well. I was trying to look up that chick's birthday and when she was born. Did you find it? 1978, 1979.
Oh, good.
I don't even know how old she is. Well, it says between 1978 and 1979. Yeah, it's. Why the fuck do you have a Saturday that you don't even have a real birthday on? She's. I mean, how did that happen? You see what she runs? I think she runs.
Yeah, Political Action Committee for abortion.
No, for women.
For women's abortions.
Let's get down to business.
If you were locked away in an insane asylum,
Maybe it's time you let me get on with my job.
this is what it would sound like.
I don't think that Americans would find that funny.
No, it is not a joke.
We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
So, Dan, if once Tara got to my mom's house and was able to get her hydrated and slip her a Xanny to get that blood pressure down, and she's not having a panic attack anymore, is it? I mean, like that wasn't hospitable, was it?
No, it's not very hospitable. And
No, I mean, like, go to the hospital.
I know what you meant by it.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think you took care of it. Now, if after all of that her pressure did not come down, then yeah, it's a trip to the hospital,
to the ER. But since it was going down,
you solved it with hospitality.
Pete Davidson was leaving just like a routine stand-up show. I don't know if he was drunk or what.
No, he doesn't drink.
He doesn't?
I mean, I think he does. A lot.
How do you misjudge the corner? And this would make me sick to my stomach. Look how bad he tore. He skinned up the side of his car because he misjudged this corner. Now he hit it just a little bit earlier than this footage shows. It's already been hit. Check this out right here.
Just a little scratch.
That's more than a little scratch.
That's a side swipe though. But I mean, I've done that to my cars before. That
you
happens.
have?
Yeah.
What's that cost you? $4,000?
That depends.
I mean, that's $4,000 all day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then I think is this an Escalade?
Looks like it.
Right here.
That's an Escalade.
That's an Escalade.
Yeah.
So
he was in
Davidson's
the GMC?
driving the GMC.
Yeah, he couldn't afford the extra $5,000 for the Escalade.
Is that the difference?
It's only like $5 or $10,000. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh my God. It's only it catches a little wheel too.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know about that guy.
Pete Davidson?
I don't like him.
I
don't like him for a couple reasons, but I really don't like him.
Well, tell me why you don't. I mean, when are you going to hold back? Like when do you? I don't like him for a few reasons, and then you don't say anything. You've been blabbing your mouth all day long. You might,
He's done a couple stand-ups that I thought were offensive, and he's one of those guys that will hide behind some certain protections, but yet still dish it out. For instance, his father died during the 9/11 disaster. Okay, so he's got this little protection about that, but yet he'll call out other military people. So you can't mess with him, but he'll mess with other people, and I hate that dynamic. It's like the classic example now is the N-word. If you're an African American comedian, you can say N all day long, all throughout your entire act, and anyone else says that word, they're immediately canceled. Well, he's got that same sort of attitude about his little shtick. And it's offensive to me. I just don't like him.
Meaning, you can't reference 9/11. You can't reference that. I don't know why.
No, you can. I've seen him make jokes about it, and I've seen other people make jokes about it at the roast. But I don't know. He has a tattoo of Hillary Clinton on his arm. I think
he does.
I think so.
Didn't he just get out of rehab, or is that a while ago?
Yeah,
he's a mess.
Or anger management.
He's not even that funny.
I think he's got a pretty good delivery, but
I think he's got a pretty good deadpan kind of.
he's been doing stand-up since he was like 15 years old.
Is he still a Saturday Night Live?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I honestly
So
don't
you really
know.
don't know. I mean, is he just
'Cause
doing?
no one
Is he
really cares about it
just
anymore.
doing sting? I wonder what he's worth. Hey Alexa, how much is Pete Davidson worth?
Pete Davidson is worth an estimated $8 million.
Yeah, not that much.
First guess.
Yeah.
I mean, $8 million ain't nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
So now he's driving around.
I mean,
in his
Banging the
GMC.
hottest chicks in Hollywood.
Yeah,
all of them.
true.
$8 million for a guy that's been doing stand up for 20 years, that's been on Saturday Night Live for 9 or 10 years, just had tours and stuff. That's pathetic.
Yeah, I mean, but you
right,
know,
Bubba, that's pathetic for a guy that's had a 20-year career.
I can't sit here and say that I haven't had a 30-year career and I haven't blown all mine too.
Yeah, but yours hasn't been an international career like his. He's had a massive career, and for him to have $8 million is kind of sad.
He just blew it like I did. Speaking of blowing it, Gavin Newsom's pick to replace the Feinstein death, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he picked this woman name. What's her name?
LaFonza.
Yeah, I called her on the LaFonza.
What is her name?
LaFonza.
LaFonza what?
Butler.
What?
She's just like Madonna. She just got one name.
LaFonza Butler.
LaFonza.
LaFonza Butler.
Right.
Not just a congresswoman, a senator.
Well known.
Oh, so well known that no one knows when she was born.
The
this
year
girl
of her
is
birth
so
is
important. She's so
ambiguous.
significant. She's such a revolutionary.
And she's one of the
icon, truly.
Hold on,
An
and
icon.
she's one of the most 100 powerful people in our
She
country.
is the first African American woman LGBTQ senator.
And we're not really
what kind
sure
of
when
letter
she
does
was
she
born.
have? She a L?
L.
Yes.
She's an
She has a
L.
partner with a daughter.
All right, so she's a lesbian with it. I love that.
Okay, that's fine that she's a lesbian.
I
I just
that.
wish I knew how old she was. I'd like to know what she. Does
So
she have
hold
a real
on, you
birth date,
can't
maybe a birth
you
certificate?
can't Google her.
Oh,
Yes.
we did.
She was born in 1978 or 1979.
Yeah, they
It's
don't
still
know.
out.
We don't know what year she was born in.
Now,
come
does
on,
she-
Bubba.
Still out.
Come on, dude. This is 2023. We don't know what her birthday is.
Does she have
That's
any
pathetic.
prior experience of being a politician?
Nope.
She was a very good advisor to Kamala Harris.
Kamala, please.
Sorry.
Well, I don't know how good a hair. I don't know how good how you could ever describe yourself as a good one at that.
And she
when
was
something sucks, then whatever advises it sucks too, right?
Right.
Okay, then. So you can't say that I'm a very, very good advisor to something that sucks. That'd be like saying I'm a really, really good advisor. Lummy, is there any teams that haven't won any games in the NFL yet this year?
Yeah, two. The Bears and the Panthers.
I'm a really, really good advisor for the Bears.
All
No, you're not.
right.
You're an advisor for a team that sucks. So she was an advisor for Kamala Harris.
And she
take
does
that
like
for,
Trina's
take,
list or
take
something.
that for whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. And she was CEO of like Trina's list. What was it?
Emily's.
Emily's list. Which is the lesser known. It's not Angie's list, Bob. I'll put it that way.
Hold on.
I
She
don't
was
even
the
know what that
CEO
was.
of Tina's list.
Emily's
list.
Yes. Not to be
Right.
confused with Angie's list. Emily's list is a political action committee supporting politicians that
sent you
support
the link.
abortion. She just wants to keep killing African Americans.
I sent you her link.
Who does?
LaFonza!
She wants to keep killing who?
Little babies.
Little babies.
Yeah, the pro-choice of women.
All right, run,
Little babies.
win, change the world. Emily's list. We
Yeah.
recruit, train, and support Democratic pro-choice women running for office up and down the ballot because
We
in
wanna kill more
office
babies.
these women can change the world. Okay.
Seems ironic to have a picture with a child at the front.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Kill this kid.
Yeah.
You
kid
could
that
have
been.
killed this kid 10 years ago, but look what happened.
Easy.
What's what she's doing? She's promoting. She's
What?
promoting abortion.
Pro-choice women.
and she's promoting abortion, and in America, abortion is disproportionately represents the African American community.
Well, no.
Yeah,
On the front page of the website, it says "Run, Win, Change the World."
Yep.
We recruit, train, and support Democratic pro-choice. Okay, pro-choice. Okay, so
Okay. Yeah. Kill babies.
Pro
Kill more
fetus
women. Kill more
You're right.
babies. Kill
we
more
support,
African Americans.
We support politicians that believe in abortion. I'm all for that. I'm all for more abortions.
Well, so is she.
All right, so is she.
I'm
so
good.
you,
I
you
love
and
her.
LaFonza have a lot in common, except for
It's
we know when you
LaFonza.
were born.
Well, what is that?
Everybody knows when I was born. Just ask Alexa.
So she's now a senator.
Yeah.
From California.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Mm-hmm. No, it could have been. It could have been Maxine Waters. It could be worse.
So does the governor get to decide?
It could have been Nancy Pelosi.
Does the governor just get to put anybody in there?
I think as long as you live in California.
She doesn't live in California.
Oh yeah. By the way, she really doesn't really live there too. Yeah. So we don't really know where she was born.
But she has
when she was born.
We know where she's born. She was born in Mississippi, in a small town in Mississippi with 1,800 people.
But hold on, they probably have the same kind of rule that Ana Luna Polina is, that she doesn't live there, but she's got like 90 days or 120 6 months. Like you got 6 months. You got 6 months to establish residency.
Yeah,
so Dan, you just got to go buy a condo somewhere in California that's in that district.
I'm sure one of her fans will be buying her a big condo there.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you know. So she's the new senator from California.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
at least
And he could just pick whoever he wants.
Yeah, he could have picked Oprah or even Michelle Obama.
I'd take Oprah. They should have picked Shaq.
Yeah, why not?
Shaq?
But at least we could have a birthday party for Shaq. When's this girl's birthday party?
We don't know her birthday.
No.
It's ambiguous.
I mean, we could have picked Charles Barkley or Shaq or The Rock.
Yeah.
I mean,
I picked The Rock to be a senator. Can you imagine The Rock as a senator?
Senator Rock?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. These laws suck. I'm going to take this law, I'm going to shine it sideways, and I'm going to shove it up your candy ass. That's what we need more of, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
So I think over the weekend they arrested a guy for the Tupac Shakur killing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this seems a little crazy. How long's it been? 15, 20 years?
25.
Yeah, way more than that.
Almost 30.
And like, how did they all of a sudden, after 30 years, find out, this guy?
Somebody snitched.
Really? And
I had to guess.
I think they went to his house, and I think in another report I was reading where they actually had shell casings that matched the ballistics.
What did he have them like on display?
I don't know if he just kept them.
Dwayne.
Because let me.
Yeah.
He shot him from inside of a car.
Yeah.
So the shell casings could have gone inside the bad guy's car. And when he got home, he collected them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like an idiot, you should have went and jet skiing the next weekend and taken that all and buried it at sea, or buried it or something.
Melted it.
Any evidence of that crime should have been destroyed, right? Cell phones, clothing.
They even have cell phones back then? Barely.
Yeah, they did. 96?
They were like 50 pounds.
Still.
Yeah, to wind them up.
But they arrested this guy. Here we go. Details from the warrant obtained. The Associated Press shows detectives collected multiple computers, a cell phone, documentary documents, a Vive magazine that featured Shakur, several .40 caliber bullets, 2 tubs containing pictures, a copy of a Davis 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend.
His name was Dwayne Davis, Keffy D, I guess.
Keefe.
And now, how do they? Besides this article, is there anything else that they have?
According to, I guess, in 2018,
you can send it to me.
It's his Wikipedia. He confessed to having a role in the murder.
Well, why would he do that?
He sounds like an idiot.
Bad.
I guess he tried to
Did
say
you say he felt bad,
nephew-
Anna?
Huh?
He felt bad.
I felt bad.
I feel bad.
I'm so
It's been
sorry.
25 years. I took a man's life. He was very famous. Biggie. Everybody thought Biggie did it, but really I did it.
Well, I guess he wrote a book and he wanted to get the book out there and sell. So he confirmed that he was part of it and in the car, but he wouldn't name the other people in the car. What
an idiot! What an absolute idiot! What not? I mean, you can tell he doesn't have a Tom Bean or a Dan or Jay Diaco or Steve Diaco or a Mark Tate or a Brian Matroni on his team. I'm getting ready to write a book, and I'm going to go ahead and confess to one of the most high-profile cold case. Right? This is one of the most unsolved murders. That in probably in our lifetime, as far as unsolved.
It took him this long to figure it out. I guess nobody wrote his book or read his book.
Yeah.
It came out like, what, 2017?
So, Dan, if I'm
2018?
getting ready to spew out some information that I've been harboring for 25 years, it's the most, cold case whodunit in the history, probably of one of our lifetimes. And don't you think that maybe one of your handlers would say, we might not want to put that part in there?
I would have kept my mouth shut.
You might not want
I guess recently he said the shooter was his nephew, so he tried to throw his nephew under the bus. They don't know if his nephew then flipped on him, but
see, that's what happens is they start getting everybody flipping.
Yep.
Oh, well,
the cops start getting you in the individual rooms.
Did he?
I think it says he's the uncle of Orlando Anderson, one of Shakur's known rivals whose authorities long as a suspected shot the rapper. Anderson denied involvement in the killing and died 2 years later in an unrelated gang shooting in Compton.
That's why he blamed his dead nephew?
Yeah, I guess so.
Perfect.
Easy.
So he's like,
what's
I
the
didn't do
nephew
it.
going to do about it?
My nephew did.
He did.
Well, and listen, in order for them to go arrest him, they have to have some pretty
Damning
solid
evidence.
evidence, right?
Well, I mean, I'm sure that computer's been substantiated.
That or they're just trying to it's been 25. Somebody's trying to make a name for themselves. As prosecuting attorney or something like that.
Maybe we have this old TRS Radio Shack computer with some information on it.
Right. I'd be like, man,
well, the Radio Shack's out of business, so we can't get it back on.
It's an Apple II.
What great way to get some good pub as a prosecuting attorney or something like that you actually went out and cracked the Tupac Shakur deal.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I mean, the evidence might be flim-flam at best.
Yeah. Well, this is more important than, the president taking bribes, so we should really focus on this.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
Now we got to find
that computer. That computer wasn't real.
Yeah, Dr. Dan read his
That
book,
was a fake
Compton
computer.
Street
That
Legends.
was a fake computer, the Hunter Biden one. But this is a real one. This 1995 computer that they came across.
It's on floppy.
It's on the floppy
here.
disk.
He's
Yeah,
saying
the floppy
stuff.
disks.
Shack Tandy.
Yeah.
You guys didn't tell me Jay was here.
Well, we were waiting until he got settled.
Oh, is he settled now?
Yes.
I'm pregnant and I'm proud. My baby bump won't stop me from dating. Boy, I don't know about that. Now, I might be able to date a chick that just had a kid and lost all her weight and was back into shape, and her husband was a dick, and, I could maybe like that kid, maybe.
What if she was 4 months pregnant?
Well, that would be only all.
Or
That would
7.
only be if, she was 33, 34, and an absolute dime piece. Would I take all that on as a burden? She'd have to be an absolute dime piece, really young.
You wouldn't just hook up and then maybe dump her after a couple months?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you blast her because you can't get her pregnant.
Double
but you don't end up with her.
No.
You don't commit on the deal.
Ready with me for a first date, except I'm 28 weeks pregnant.
Eating pretzels.
Eating pretzels and drinking
Potato
Coke.
chips.
And wonder why you're fat and pregnant.
Oh, dear.
Fortunately, me and baby daddy, we just haven't worked out. It's just not.
It's gonna be interesting to see how she looks once she gets it all put together here. See,
you see it.
Not a thing. It's not.
And
happening.
she's 7 months.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, there I found myself back on Hinge.
It's a 54-second video, and she can't not drink a regular Coke twice in 54 seconds.
With being pregnant.
Dan, just give her a break. She's pregnant.
How much you want to
Girls
bet
need
she's a
love
snow
too,
bunny?
Specifically pregnant
Yeah, she
girls,
is.
but
Keep
I got
eating,
on
kid.
Hinge and I matched with a guy, and eventually.
Oh, but she's also one of those bitches that puts on so much makeup that
not even her face.
Yeah, like anytime you start getting the yellow based foundation. Yeah, it's one of those makeup bitches.
I had to tell him I was pregnant, obviously. I'm not going into this with him just not knowing I'm pregnant. That would be weird. And sure, dating as a pregnant person is super weird. But, I mean, time doesn't stop, right? Trying to find something to wear is literally a constant battle of my life.
Okay.
All right.
What?
No.
But every now
No.
She looks cute.
Yeah, if
A
it was
girl
my
just
wife,
looks
she'd look
real
very
good.
Yeah, if you were married to her and you loved her and the
looks great
child,
there.
But if
the
you're
child
a single guy and
the
you're out
child
at
that
the
you
bar,
made, yeah. Sorry, Jay, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you're a single guy out at the bar, man,
Yeah.
are you going to be attracted to that?
No.
You're
I'm just going to
ask
go
her,
home and watch porn.
And you're going to say, what are you out at a bar for?
She's had a pretty face.
Yeah, she's a pretty woman.
I mean,
if she wants,
she's a pretty pregnant woman.
if she wants to give me oral in my car
no problem
before
with
I
that.
leave,
But couldn't she just wait 2 months?
I mean, she had her kid.
No, I'm not gonna wait for her.
Something to wear
September
is literally
27th.
No.
All right.
constant battle
She
in my
did?
life right
Yeah,
now.
she's not pregnant
Every
anymore.
now and then,
What's she look like now?
a girl just looks real
That.
good. Cheers to finding my stepdad.
Oh, yeah, but see, she's trying to find a stepdad.
Yeah, and she's in
See,
Florida.
if you're just out blasting,
Looking
that's
for a new
one thing.
baby
But
daddy.
now you're looking for a new baby daddy.
Yeah, she can't be expected to do that kid thing alone, can she?
Yeah, like,
Takes
and if
a
you're with a
village.
chick, if you're with a chick, man, and, you know, she's pregnant, and you're just like, I'm just going to get some ass, and I'm not going to try to get into a relationship, and then she starts talking relationship, you're like,
First night?
yeah, first night.
That belly bump.
Any bitch that starts talking relationship first night.
Want a drink and a baby?
No, I don't. I don't drink. Let alone babies.
I know, baby.
I mean, what do they talk about at dinner? Like how bad our hemorrhoids are getting? I mean, what's
Oh,
cravings.
Everybody
need some
walking up
cocoa butter for the
congratulating
stretch
the young
marks?
couple.
Just to let you know, Jay, Dan has been on fire today. He's had,
I know. I know.
he's had to recant some stuff, and everybody's a slut, and
He's coming for the belt. you
Reese
know.
Witherspoon's ugly.
Reese Witherspoon's ugly. She's a pig.
I didn't say she was a pig.
Yeah, you
I
did.
said she's ugly. You
All
said
right,
she's
but
a
hold on.
pig. I said
Dr.
she's
Dan.
I
ugly.
know. Hold on. Don't.
She's not ugly.
I will
Hold on.
bet you. I will bet you your Ferrari. And I will go borrow the money from everybody I know for the value of your Ferrari if I would lose. But I never said she was a pig.
I'm not
ever.
making that bet.
You just said to me, like just trying to transfer the heat arbitrarily, you said she was a pig.
No, you said- I'm sorry.
I didn't say she was a pig.
Rephrase that.
You did.
You said that I said she was a pig. I never called her a pig.
But you just said I won't stand by that.
I
You're
you
like
didn't call her a
Corinne
pig, but I
Jean-Pierre.
didn't call her a pig either.
I think you did.
I did not call her a pig. I said she's ugly. She's not my type. She looks like she has an extra chromosome. That's not me.
did say that.
That's not me. I said all those things.
He did not.
Yeah, but I think you did say that J-Lo was a pig, though, at one point, correct?
Many
No.
years
I
ago.
may have said that about J-Lo.
No, hold on.
Years ago,
I may have said that about J-Lo.
Rhett, I know that you record the show. I know that Macho Man records the show. Can you recollect when we got into the Taylor Swift, Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer Aniston deal? Did Dan call Reese a pig?
I do not believe he did.
It was very fleeting.
No.
It was
I
very.
don't
She was 3-syllable ugly.
Yeah, I heard ugly.
Oh, you did.
Ugly.
And then I heard about the chromosomes
She's
too.
ugly.
And I
Right.
think
She's
you
ugly.
said about she's not a pig, and I think he said no, but she's missing a couple chromosomes or
Yeah,
one
something
less
like
or something
that.
like that.
Jeez.
There's an
And
odd
Jay- and
number
Jay-
of
and
chromosomes.
Jay-
Less
She's
offensive.
an
And Jay,
alien.
I'm speechless.
Honest to God, though, and I've heard this, Dan. I don't want you to get. I'm not trying to get no heat with you.
Here we go.
but I'm gonna get heat with you.
Okay.
Especially if Steve hears this. But I have had women that are friends of mine say, I would love to go see Dr. Dan. I have a couple of procedures I like to do, but he, thinks women that are beautiful, he thinks are not beautiful, and I am not anywhere close to being as beautiful as the woman that he thinks is not beautiful.
Parody, hyperbole.
Dan,
It's a joke,
he was
guys.
talking to me.
It's jokes.
He was talking to
It's
me.
jokes.
It's just jokes, cuz.
He was
Jeez.
asking me a question.
God, everyone
Dan.
takes life so seriously.
Well, Dan, people do take what you say seriously.
Maybe it's because
especially when you're
on-air-
talking about beauty, especially when you're talking about what you do, you make people beautiful. That's right down your power alley. Beautiful people.
Yeah,
That's right.
and you're beautiful.
You have to acknowledge various types of beauty and just say maybe subjectively this one's not for you, but you can't just say things like, Reese Witherspoon is missing a chromosome.
No, I didn't say that
Go
she's
look
missing
at
a
her.
You did, Daddy. Yes, you
Go
did.
look at her in Legally
No,
Blonde.
she might have had
She
an
was a
extra one.
smoke show, dude.
Oh, no,
she
he
was
said
a
he's
smoke
never-
show.
he
She's
didn't-
50,
never
she's
a smoke
58,
show.
she's 48 years
Never
old.
a smoke
He
show.
never said she
Never
was
a
missing
smoke
one.
show.
She said she had an extra one, which is worse.
I never liked. I
Jay,
personally never thought she was like my type. But objectively, if you go back and look at that movie, she was a very, very pretty young woman, and she's a very pretty older woman.
He's already said that she was not pretty in Legally Blonde. He did
Yeah.
not like her.
Pull a
then.
clip up from that rat. Come on.
Ugly.
She was not ugly. Bubba?
See?
I'm not getting
Dan
it.
can have opinions about
So
women.
I just want to talk about what you're saying.
He cannot.
she's
Why
no,
can he
She's
not?
no Renee
Damn.
Zillinger.
You did a good swerve. This is really about you. Let's go back. Let's put the focus of the spotlight where it belongs, Bubba. Right back on Danny and his commentary, which makes patience not want to go to them.
That's what I was trying to say, Dan.
So that's the thing.
Lizzo for being gross, but
And
he can't
Dan,
make comments about other
Carol
people.
from Carol from Temper Terrace right now doesn't know that you're joking.
Okay.
She just knows that you're Dr. Dan and you're being like real critical about a chick that she wishes that she was as beautiful as, and you don't think she's that. So she feels insecure about coming to see you.
Poor
And yet
pig-faced
people
Carol.
know if they come to see me, they're going to get an honest, legal opinion, right, Bubba?
Yeah,
Don't they? Do they know they're going to get from me?
Yeah, but you're not. But hold on, Jay. I love you to death, but you're not a plastic surgeon. You're not
I know,
trying,
but I'm not
you're
sure. My point is, my on-air persona does not affect who I am professionally.
No, true.
That's all I'm saying.
The good doctor just gets in here and rues a little hot and just thinks he has to counter everything. Everything sucks. Everything's everybody.
He could be hot on everyone. Be careful with beauty.
I thought the girl was pretty.
Careful with beauty.
The Danish model. She's pretty.
Before you said she had a pig nose.
She does have a little bit of oink, oink.
Dan, you
Oink,
did.
oink.
Dan,
Oink,
you
oink.
did pig nose her out. You pig
Oink,
nosed
oink.
her out. So, and Dan, probably
around in the mud.
Dan, and probably almost every woman that walks through your doors today will not be as pretty as that Danish model, and you automatically pig nosed her.
Oh, he said Taylor Swift was hot.
Yeah, well,
And you guys don't even think that. So we have different opinions. You're like, she's not even hot. Like, she is hot. Taylor Swift is pretty. Prettier than Reese Witherspoon. Jesus.
doubling down on her.
Reese is cool. I got no problem with Reese as an actress.
But we can all rail on Lizzo for being gross. I mean, that's another woman.
Hey,
right.
So who cares?
I like funny
I'm
actors.
just
She's
saying,
a comedic
Dan,
actress.
Dan,
which
what I'm
she
just
gets away with
saying
more.
is you have a certain.
You
have a certain edge. You have a certain. What you do for a living is make women, for the most part, make them feel better about themselves again. When they hear you saying that a woman that they think is attractive is a pig, that makes them scared to go see you. Because they're going to be like, man, I mean, when I take off my shirt and show them that I need liposuction on my hips and this and that, if he thinks that J-Lo and Reese Witherspoon are not good looking, and I would die to be either one of those bitches.
But Bubba, couldn't you take it another way that they now believe whatever Dr. Dan says is going to make them beautiful in the truth?
No, Dan doesn't usually bring that disclaimer in.
Grossly overrated and rated grossly.
My sentiments exactly.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
I don't see a problem with it.
He's an equal opportunity offender for sure.
Yeah.
It's either changing the name of the Floridan Hotel in downtown.
Yeah. They're owned by the Hilton Group.
What are they going to call it?
Yeah.
The Floridan.
Yeah, because they're owned by the Hilton Group now.
What are they gonna call it?
F-L-O-R-I-D-A-N. What are they going to call it now?
The
Floridian.
floor.
The floor?
Yeah.
The F-L-O-R. The floor.
They're doing a lot of upgrades on it.
$30 million
That's all
in
this shit hold up.
renovations. But like, how fucking lame is that?
That's
I'm
lame.
sorry.
That is
Like,
lame. And it's a bad part of downtown. If they want to have any kind of juice, they need to be near the Riverwalk.
they're gonna spend $30 million to renovate it. The rooms are still gonna be haunted.
Yeah,
Well, the problem is it's not over there by like Channel Side. We're over
Yeah.
on Bulan and the Element and all that. That's where the development happened.
Jay, they're-
You can't have it where Sky Point and Fly Bar and all that kind of stuff.
You
is
can't
over
just
there.
get a streetcar over there either. Like, you gotta walk 15 minutes to the closest stop.
Right.
The streetcar's supposed to be going up to fucking Seminole Heights and
But they hoped there'd be like a middle downtown
Well, that's what they're
area. It
so
just
you know,
didn't happen.
The floor, whatever now. It's
The
called.
floor.
So the whole,
You know what? Do you know what kills that hotel?
That block.
The ghosts?
Nope. And then it's by the fucking judicial courthouse, by the federal and county courthouse.
Oh, it's by all the homeless people.
Yeah,
That's
but-
the problem.
Like, if
No,
you
the
go-
courthouses don't. People don't want to live by the fucking courthouse.
That's
Oh,
true
no.
too.
But
But
if you
also
go-
there is a huge homeless problem. Brett's
Yeah.
right about that.
You know another
if-
one, Dan? Or Jay? Sorry. The train goes right next to it.
Oh,
In the
interesting.
middle of the
That
night,
wakes
that
me
train
up.
goes downtown.
It does. It goes right
With
next
the
to it.
horn.
You're right. I hear it, and it actually blows the horn through downtown.
It has to. Every street it goes by.
I just don't understand why, as far as Tampa goes, we can't just keep shit the way that it is. Why do we have to come up with new names, new
Oh, I know.
branding, for all this stupid stuff?
I know.
Like,
restaurants is one thing, but that place has been there forever. That sign has been, I mean, it's kind of become a staple of Tampa skyline at this point, and
I agree.
it's just. And for 10 years, I thought it was the Floridian, but I looked, and it's the Floridian.
The Floridian. I'll buy some Greek lady.
Yeah.
Or used to be. But they own that whole entire block though.
Yeah.
All the buildings now, so there's hopefully they.
Well, you know the guy who, the homeless guy, my buddy that shot that guy, Rhett? That
Yes.
shot at that guy?
Oh, never mind.
6 months before that, he's got a floor in the Tampa Theater.
Yeah.
He's a lawyer. He's got, there's like it's a 9-floor building, 8-floor building. He's got a whole floor. He's been there forever. He was walking to work one morning at 6:30 in the morning, dark, and he gets confronted with a homeless guy with a shank. And he didn't have his gun on him that day, and he was able to create space. But that should happen to him twice in 6 months in Tampa.
Yeah.
So that's right at the Floridian, or whatever, the floor. Until they get rid of the homeless,
That
they're
whole
screwed.
area, it's like a block behind it to where the interstate is.
Yeah.
You know where like the skate park
Yeah,
is? That whole section right
And
there.
they let
man.
Franklin become one of those, like, it's just cool. They'll just, post up there for a couple days.
Yeah. Nobody does anything. They don't care. I'll come back in.
It's Jane Castor.
Got it.
Letting Tampa just continue. Shipple. Mayor Jane Castor. First mayor in Tampa.
Pitty drove by the Jackson house yesterday and almost cried how shitty it looks, Bubba.
Well, they've reached a deal.
They're going to do something now?
Yeah, they made a deal with 717 parking.
Were they going to make it a parking lot?
No, they had enough room. 717 made a deal with them that they gave them enough room that they could actually do something now. Because 717 owned the property right at the bottom.
I'd like to know how much it's going to cost the city to renovate it when Bubba was going to do it for free.
Well, Steve.
But that's you with the Army. Your people were, Steve was going to buy it, but your people were going to fix it.
I know.
It just pisses me off. I was at the NAACP thing on Saturday night, which was amazing. Freedom Fund dinner. And, they're talking about the community. And boy, we should have been talking about that.
I feel like she's gonna pee on me again.
Did you guys win Saturday?
No, she just wants to be carried.
Hey, Dan, you guys win Saturday?
She's rotten.
Dan?
Joji.
Did you guys win Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
We won 47-19.
Whoop that ass.
And then did you guys race Sunday?
No.
No.
I talked to you yesterday.
I don't know. Sometimes you talk to me after the track. It wasn't until 1 o'clock I talked to you around Bucks game.
What's up, Big Waller? Diablo, Dasney. Gene, RW.
Nice job.
Tim Derrick. Fin 212. Good morning.
See the conspiracy theories though on Travis
That's
Kelce
Spencer.
and
That's fake.
Taylor Swift. They only got together after Kelce started doing a commercial for his
Oh, really?
Huh.
For the shoes.
Oh,
Oh, I thought it was double. I thought it was double shit.
I would make it popular with the youth.
Yeah.
Because everything she does.
Yeah, she's got a lot of pull.
Go buy a fucking truck, Kelce jersey. Break up the
girls.
I think I'm sure my wife would order a
400%.
Swiftie
4
one.
times. What, Jay?
I'm sure my wife would order.
Time to scratch that itch, is it? Listening will give you no health benefits, but all the carcinogenic after effects.
Stop looking while you're ahead for a change.
We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
First of the month, Lummy, and I don't even know that we've had a PayPal, Venmo, Cash App today. Have we had any?
I just refreshed my Venmo, nothing, and Cash App.
Nothing. I don't know that we've ever gone a day without nothing.
I don't remember that.
That means either people are out of money, they're over us, or we suck, or a combination of the three.
I mean, we did have to pay rent yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, trust me, I know.
Everyone else does too.
I'm looking at Lummy. This might be the first time. Nothing on PayPal.
Wow.
PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, at the Bubba Army. You know what? We understand. We don't even want you to send us nothing today because it's rent day. It's rent day for you. It's rent day for us. I mean, Dan, it's probably even rent day for you because you have to rent your facility. I don't think do you own that space?
The law office, we own the medical office.
No, I know you guys own the law office.
But I still got to pay rent.
Yeah, we still pay rent.
You got a mortgage. You got a mortgage.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I pay rent.
There you go. We all pay rent, even millionaires. Please.
Here we go. Semi-autograph Travis, 25 on the cash.
Oh, thank you, my friend. Maybe that'll break the cherry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, you just can't get away from it.
Open the floodgates.
First match, Rodney Dangerfield, 20 on the Venmo.
Thank you so much. Did you see the Cash App? Oh, that's Travis right there.
Nick the Gun Guy.
Nick's always.
We just needed to tickle them a little bit. Here's Travis Kelce leaving Taylor Swift's New York apartment. Now, the Chiefs did play the Jets.
Yes, they did.
So I'm assuming Andy Reid allowed him to go, it's like, hey, my girlfriend lives in the area that we're playing in. Can I just spend the night with her as long as I'm back by, Dan, they have times they have to be back at the hotel.
You're supposed to stay at the hotel, man. Players can't just leave for their parents and stuff.
I'm telling you, I think they do
They didn't when my dad was around.
No, I know. Well,
they leave. They have curfews.
No, but they're not. They usually have to come home that night.
He spent the night. Travis Kelce
usually does not allow.
That does not usually happen.
Travis Kelce spent the night at Taylor Swift's apartment. This is him leaving Sunday morning.
That's unusual.
Man, that guy's got a badass camera, doesn't he?
Look at his calves. That dude can run.
West Tampa Mike, 20 on the Cash App. T-shirt, Will Hall of Famer, 25 on the Cash App. Brock McMillan, 10 on the Cash App.
Thank you.
So all we got is him walking away from the camera.
And then they just keep looping it.
Do you like Dave Portnoy?
Yeah.
Do you like his opinion? Because I heard him saying some things about Kelce this weekend that I don't know if they're true or not. But he just said, I think that he's a little bit of a DB. If the way you saw that he introduced himself to Taylor, he's like, you rocked it at the Square Garden. You want to watch me rock it at Arrowhead? I think, did they really meet that way? Because that is about as cheesy and DB-ish and anything in the world to reach out like that publicly. You can't have your publicist.
It worked.
Stephen Taylor,
that's why I think it's a little bit of a publicity stunt.
Frank
the football player,
20, and Average Joe, $100 on the
Thank you, Average Joe. See you, Barb. Could Travis Kelce actually be Taylor Swift's end game? The football player and musician's relationship appears to be heating up quickly as everybody's new favorite couple hung out again on Sunday morning. A source exclusively tells Page 6 that Kelce was spotted leaving Swift's New York apartment around 11 o'clock in the morning, just hours before his football team, the Kansas City Chiefs, were slated to take in New York Jets at MetLife. So they probably had, a 4:25 game, Lummy? Or was it the late? No, it was the night game.
Yeah, it was the 8:15 game.
So, Dan, usually...
curfews are less important.
So what I'm saying, Dan, is how many hours are you supposed to be at the stadium? You know that you know this. You
they get there like 2 to 3 hours early.
All right, so
because they're on the field starting to warm up an hour before the game.
And they're usually at the locker room an hour before that.
Because they get there, they change, you have to get taped and wrapped, and you got the trainers have to wrap 45 guys.
Usually 4 hours before a game, I've heard.
Some guys, when we would go to the games, would be two buses. There'd be an early bus and a later bus. And the early bus was like 3 hours. The later bus was like hour and a half to 2 hours before the game.
And the trainers get there way earlier.
They're in the first bus, because they have to start taping ankles.
Well, yeah, and they have to get things set up and all that kind of deal. Anyway, they didn't play till what? Was it the Sunday night in football?
Yeah, 8:15.
8:15. So Dan, I got to think that Reed they have
probably had a breakfast from 8 to 10. Walk through at 11 o'clock. That kind of stuff.
No, he's at her apartment at 11.
No.
He's leaving her apartment at 11.
So that 11 means a.m.
Right.
Yeah, he left her apartment at 11. That means he spent the night there.
See, normally the team eats every meal together. They may let him go out and do something, but then they have a morning breakfast together. It's supposed to be like a team-oriented, no distraction environment.
How do we know that he didn't have breakfast, go to her place at 9, and leave at 11?
Because they would have caught him going in.
Yeah, probably.
Would they?
Yes, Danny.
I mean,
They were posted there.
a source exclusively tells him blah, blah, blah. Just hours before the kickoff of the Kansas City Chiefs, according to the insider, Kelsey was seen leaving Swift's parking garage in the pop star's black Range Rover. The vehicle took him back to the Chiefs hotel where paparazzi snap pics. So her Range Rover took him back to the hotel.
And they caught him at the hotel, not at her place. So what I'm saying is that maybe he had breakfast and went over there later in the morning and hung out with her for a couple hours before he had to be back for his 11 o'clock walkthrough.
Wait. Scroll down.
It says
Is
Kelsey
that
was seen
photo
leaving.
at her place?
Yeah.
Scroll down. Is that him behind the car? Like,
Right, getting in it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm
yeah,
asking.
No, yeah, it was because
We don't know what time he got there. If you got
If
there
you
the night
just read
before or
the
in
article,
morning.
Dan, it tells you.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
A second source denies that the pair had a sleepover. However, as Kelsey stuck to the team's strict 11 p.m. curfew on Saturday evening.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm saying he got up, had breakfast at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then went over there for a couple hours, got a little quickie maybe, and then came back and had his team events.
Swift, meanwhile, was busy having a girls' night out in New York with Sophie Turner and Blake Lively.
Oh,
Rudy,
interesting.
$10 on the Cash App. Paul Riviere, 10 on the Venmo.
The A-listers were also joined by Brittany Mahomes, who is married to Kelsey's teammate
She was
Patrick.
trying to like glob onto that.
They tried to
is,
sneak her in there like she's a celebrity or
She
something.
is, and she's.
This
I
is
just don't like
this
it.
is just a big.
It's too much external, unnecessary pressure on a relationship.
If
on
I'm
a
Andy
football
Reid, I'm like,
team,
hey,
on the locker room.
Mahomes and Kelsey, don't let your two bitches distract what we got going on here.
Because Mahomes' brother and
Because
wife.
we got some good stuff going on.
Because we did not let Tom Brady's relationship ruin his year or become a distraction.
Well, 'cause
it
Tom-
absolutely did. No, Giselle and Tom Brady was a disaster for us for a year and a half.
It's true.
This is gonna let them. They're gonna have
That's
to live
true.
by the sword and die by the sword. This may be selling tickets now, but when in 4 months when she dumps him because he's just a football player and she's a billionaire, then and it makes a crappy song about him, then he'll be crying. He won't be able to catch a pass. It'll be. We can laugh at it then. Now let him enjoy. And if it becomes a problem, it's a problem. Right now, it's doing nothing but helping ticket sales and the popularity of the game.
I just think of Jessica Simpson and Tony Romo. It's that all over again.
This is
This happens all the
Far
time.
more.
This has been happening for 50 years.
But Jessica Simpson wasn't near the star.
She's the same age.
This
I
is
bet
the-
she was 30-something.
Yeah, but she's not.
She was not
near
she
on
wasn't
the
really a
level.
star, but the whole
This might be the biggest
locker room
star.
dynamic problem.
This might be the biggest star ever to date an NFL player.
Wait, Madonna never dated a football player?
Nope. She dated Dennis Rodman, but she never dated a football player.
Yeah, it's true.
In the age of social media, certainly.
So
Like who?
Taylor Swift, singer.
Well, Tom Brady, Giselle Bundchen was the most popular person in the world.
I know. And they were
Worth way more
hold
than
on.
him.
But they were married.
I know, but
As
they
well.
weren't at first.
I mean, technically, you could say Reggie Bush and Kim Kardashian.
Correct.
Ooh, that's a big
Massive.
one.
That was a
massive.
very big distraction.
And
Kim
how'd that
Kardashian was
end
huge.
up?
Reggie Bush, not too good.
He had a
Sorry for
horrible
either
year.
one.
Great.
How'd that end up?
Not too good.
Taylor Swift watched the game from a VIP box with the athlete's mom, Donna Kelsey. The two were spotted chatting and laughing at the football tight end help lead his team to a 41-10
The mom is the
victory.
biggest pimp of all because she was hanging out with Jake from State Farm at the Eagles game earlier the same day.
No, she was there for that game.
I know, for her son. She saw both games.
Yeah.
She was at the Eagles game watching her one son, who's the offense. What's he, a center?
Yeah, he's a
Offense,
center for the
So
Eagles.
she's watching him hanging out literally with Jake from State Farm in a red Jake from State Farm shirt, and then she went to the other game and watched her son, and they both won.
And that's what's going to be incredibly
That's awesome.
annoying about
She's
it for
awesome.
the rest of the year is that, I mean, I can't blame Mrs. Kelsey in that situation, but all of these companies are now going to latch on to the coverage that this is getting, like State
I
Farm,
like her.
and they're going to send their boy out there. So every time they show her in the press box, the State Farm guy's going to be there.
So you're saying Travis Kelsey's mom's going to become a superstar?
She
with
was
this
last
too?
week.
She is. She already is.
This
she
week,
has been
Bubba.
since the Super Bowl last year.
Travis Kelsey's got some big sponsorships already.
Just
Yeah,
a minute
I mean,
before
he's
she
doing
does cable
Pfizer
soup
commercials.
commercials.
No, weren't you saying that it was annoying though that the TV was just totally like every rejoin from commercials and things like that? They're like they were building programming around getting Taylor
The
Swift.
first commercial at the start of the Sunday Night Football broadcast, when they cut away from Taylor Swift in the box, it was a commercial for her movie coming out. Go get tickets to go see Taylor Swift in theaters now. They know what they're doing.
They showed her arriving. They showed when she got in the box. And then they showed that commercial.
It's not even a joke at this point. Like, if you take a shot every time they showed Taylor Swift on the broadcast, I would be in the hospital right now. I wouldn't have made it today.
I would say it's probably about over 15 times.
Yep. They both have huge promotions right now. He's doing the promotion for the COVID vaccine, and she's doing the promotion for her record.
He has new commercials every week.
I know. They're both huge self-promotional individuals. And they should be.
They're playing the game.
But I think it's a game. The way it came out publicly, the way I just wonder if
she's good
in
bed. That's all I care about. Is she dirty?
The important stuff.
I don't know. They showed a shot of her from behind when she was walking in the stadium, and I'm here to tell you.
Not so good.
Oh man, it's like negative space back there.
Yeah, she doesn't have that.
Oh, she'd have a booty do.
A lot of back.
She'd have any ass.
She have a booty
she got
do.
none.
Her belly sticks out more than her booty do.
No. Rhett likes a lot of ass on a chick.
Okay, let's look up a
She's
picture
quite
of Taylor
thin.
Swift's ass then. If Rhett's just
is it
All right,
negative or
send
is it positive?
Send me a
I'm
pic.
not saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying you like more ass than
No,
Send me
you're right. I do have a preference.
But I also don't like girls with no ass. Like
Right.
like there's some girls that just got like a flat ass and they literally have a crack. They literally just have a crack.
Yes.
They don't even have an ass.
Their belly sticks out more than their booty do.
Somebody send me. The Diaco boys are on fire today.
No, it's fun. That's what she has.
I sent you a picture.
You sent me a picture
from like a red carpet.
All right, so let me see here. Oh well, I don't think that's bad at all.
That's the best she's ever looked.
From that angle.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong
There's
with
nothing
that.
wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Rhett, I mean, that's unnecessary hating right there, Rhett. Because
I take it back.
I'm as critical as the critical can be, and Dan's the most critical man known on the planet.
Yeah, she has a really ugly pinky toe.
Same picture, different angle.
I want to see. I want to see.
I sent the same picture, different angle.
Okay, let me see. Hold on here.
That's not so bad.
Nothing.
That ain't bad at all.
Come on.
That's borderline
I think I
hot.
have to side with
That's
Rhett
hot.
here. I like a little more ass on my girls.
That's hot though.
No.
She's hot. Yeah.
I mean, objectively, yes.
Especially if she's dirty.
I do think she is very, very pretty, but she doesn't really have the physical attributes that I would prefer.
There
in
you
a
go.
woman.
Well, you
It's not
like
your style.
You like Lizzo.
No, not quite.
Yeah, he likes
J-Lo. He likes
Lizzo.
J-Lo.
You like
Yes.
Cardi
He
B.
likes J-Lo.
You like
and
Cardi B.
Kardashian.
That's okay, Rhett.
Sure, we can. Yeah, we'll.
You like
settle for
Cardi
a happy
B.
medium.
Yeah.
Missy Elliott.
Just give me
Missy
something to grab
Elliott.
onto.
You like Missy Elliott.
Kim Kardashian.
Oh no, Kim K.
You don't like that big
Well, she's
roundness?
just fake, yeah.
No, okay, but do you like that physique? They're flat in the tummy and round in the rear?
Sure.
Who
Okay.
doesn't
Sure.
like flat the
There's
tummy
not- listen,
around in
there's
the
nothing
rear?
wrong with
Depends
a
how
little
round the
tummy
rear
at end
is.
of the day.
Yeah, sometimes that rear gets obnoxious.
I
I'll
like
tell
flat
you
in the
this.
tummy, moderately round
Hold
rear.
on, I got to find it. I saved a picture.
I'm sure you
So I was
did.
going to bring her up, and this bitch might have the most rockin'. I want to get Dan's
Is
information.
it
I
a
wanna get,
pole vaulter?
no, it's just a way to. Here, I'm going to pull up right now because I wanted Dan to see her. Dan will probably think she's gross, but let me see.
Why did you say that?
Here we go.
Not gross. She's just ugly.
Here we go. Here we go. Let me see. I saw her yesterday on. Here we go.
Can you send
I'm working out. She works out. Hold on here.
Oh yeah, Dan is not gonna. That's too much for Dan, I think. Right?
Now
That's like Jimmy Cleavis's dream girl.
Hold on. All right, hold on.
That's too much for Dan.
Wow,
Right?
that's
Wow.
a great.
I
That's a
mean,
great. That's a great butt.
Yeah, that's a great
That's
butt.
It's hard to
great
say
butt.
that's too
It's
much
an
of
amazing
anything.
butt.
I mean, that I was
God
looking.
damn, that DJ made my day.
And you can tell she worked for
Thank
it
you.
too.
I mean,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
now look at
There
There
may
may
be
be
there's
something in
women
there.
that
There
pay.
may be something in there.
No,
Nice
like
shot.
no way, Dan. You just wait, watch how this bitch works out. Like
That's
She
got
just
a
does
life
like
of its own.
all she does is exercises.
watch.
That's correct.
Right. Now hold on. Boom. Oh. Boom. Okay.
Oh, interesting. Where are we going? What's happening?
God.
I think I'm on a different. I think I'm
He's in the
What
vortex of our
happened?
parabola.
Yeah, you
We
went on
went
a
to Air Force One.
You were on a different.
Oh damn.
Oh, here we go, Dan.
That's impressive.
Like, now let's watch her work out. I mean, she works out like a beast. That's working out right. I mean, that's going to get you that type of ass, Dan. Those aren't implants.
Look at that, 3 plates.
It's 3:15.
God, she's an ass blaster.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly right.
Hold on.
God.
Wait till you see her in her dress. Hold on.
That's noxious.
Hold on here.
Yeah, nice quads too.
Look at this right here.
Oh man, she's assimilate.
I mean, what's assimilate mean?
Join the crowd.
Oh,
look at that.
Look,
She's had
I mean-
lipo and fat grafting to her butt, dude. I'm sorry.
I don't think she has.
She probably has. She's had some type of work
Still
done.
looks good.
I don't think
Dan,
so.
does that offend you that someone may have had work done?
No, but I mean, but that's
He's calling it out.
Hold on.
I know. I mean, just
Hold on.
again,
Hold
Dan, what
on.
Bubba was
You're going to
saying.
try to tell me that you're not going to get a natural big bubble butt, strong bubble butt when you're doing squats like Jimmy Clevis?
225.
315. That's 315, Jay.
That's 3 plates?
Yeah,
3 plates.
that's 350. Again,
315.
we
That's
can't do that right
unbelievable.
now.
You're right. Maybe it's all muscle.
yeah, that's all. I mean, Dan, that's not 1 ounce.
And
That
Dan's
was
day, you
of
can
him.
do it.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Is delicious.
Macho.
And those are pillows in there.
No, they're not.
Melissa Carpenter, $100 on the Venmo.
She throws
25 on the Venmo.
She throws Huns, Melissa Carpenter. Dan, wait till you see this. All right, so I'm not going to play the music. We'll get a copyright, but hold on.
Astronomical. Unbelievable.
It's also posing too.
Hold on, though.
This is not posing. This is working out like that's intense.
This is
work
going to
right
the
there.
gym and get your time in.
Yeah, but she also
Look
knows
at
her
this.
angles.
Hold on.
Look how deep she's going on
That's
that.
ass to the
squat.
grass.
I know.
Yeah, I guarantee you when she's walking down the street, she's not carrying a weapon of that size.
What do you mean?
I mean, angles
She
are helping her
pumped.
out
She had
tremendously.
pumped.
She knows how to
Come
play the
on,
game.
dude.
I'm not saying
you gotta
she's
give her
not
tips,
healthy
Bubba.
and
I
not
agree with
packing.
you.
I'll see
Ass
you
of the
there.
year. She gets ass of the year.
This woman gets ass of the year.
Yep, ass of the year.
And
I'll find
Dan,
you a
I'm
better one in 30
I'm
minutes.
telling
Find me
you,
a better
I'm
one.
telling you right now, Dan.
I wanna
you
judge
know
it.
as well
I wanna
as
see
I
Rhett's
do
better ass and get better at it.
that is. Look at her.
Does it
quad-
include that kind of tummy?
Hold on. Look
at
her
that tummy.
Look at her quads. You can just
no, she
tell,
got a lot of
Dan.
muscle.
Dan,
Lot of
you
muscle.
could if you had just strictly ass muscles and no legs to back it up, then maybe you got implants. But when
Right.
you got quads like
You
that,
can see the pads inside her thing there, but that's fake.
Macho
Parade
Man.
on your parade. I love it.
God forbid, Macho Man, you give somebody some
That
credit.
wasn't 315, by the way, either.
He's keeping count back here.
Call it out.
What was it? 225.
I don't know. Those plates are iffy because they're all different sizes. They look huge, but they're not solid
Shut up,
plates.
Like
Macho
hollow
Man.
plates. They're hollow chick plates.
Yeah, like they're
Hollow
like 10
gold necklace.
pounds.
She knows her angles.
The only glute you need. Look at that.
She has no idea, Anna. Come on. She doesn't know she has a nice butt.
I mean, look
What
at
are you
that.
talking about?
I mean,
I think she
Dan,
has a nice butt.
is that
She's oblivious
ass of
to
the
it.
year or what?
It's magical.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's
It's
super
AI
strong.
generated.
AI.
You want to know who has ass of the year?
Hey, Bubba, I gotta go.
AI.
I want to know.
See you, Dan.
What's ass of the year, Rhett?
You know who Lainey Wilson is?
Here on.
No.
Just send me. Just IM me
I
your
got you.
ass.
Yeah, I got
okay.
it.
All right.
It's not what you think.
What? Since when?
Actually, it's much less. Much less. Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Dan didn't really give her any compliments. Dan was just saying she was
I
muscular.
know she's a country singer.
Yeah. No, but I appreciate it if Dan thinks it's fake that he calls it out because a lot of people maybe think that that's attainable without any plastic surgery. Maybe it's not.
It's just body shaming. You're right. We shouldn't make people have unrealistic expectations of what they can attain for themselves.
I mean, maybe it's real, but also
Maybe it's
it's
just
not.
nice to look at.
It is nice to look at,
Nice little
absolutely.
thing.
No, but I mean, as a plastic surgeon, if he's like, that's grafting, that's this, whatever. I mean, he would know more than anybody,
He doesn't know shit.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Bubba, I sent you Rhett's Lainey Wilson.
I gotta
Oh, I gotta see
I gotta
Lady
see
Wilson.
this.
I gotta see fucking Lady Wilson right now.
I'm envisioning like
The country singer.
Cardi B, J Lo,
Huh.
or some kind of a mix. Let me see.
Oh, she's a country singer, Jay.
She's beautiful.
I want to see her ass though.
She's beautiful.
I sent it to
She's got
Bubba.
thick legs. No, maybe not.
Well,
Which
that's
one is
Phoebe
she?
Rexha.
Is she?
No,
That's
she's-
her.
That's her.
Okay. I need to make sure Kendall takes me to the next Lainey Wilson concert.
I mean, she's got a pretty good dumper.
It is. It's nice. It doesn't have that shape or
But
muscularity of that other.
I feel
chick.
like Rhett's preferences are a little bit more like he likes the jiggle more
Yeah.
so than like rock hard ass.
And dare I say, natural looking.
Yes, yes.
It's just a more. It's a rounder, more
softer look,
Yeah.
which some guys prefer. Fair enough.
What's up, everybody? Jen Seltzer. Look up Jen Seltzer.
Oh yeah, Jen
That's
Seltzer.
Someone just said that.
Yeah, she's known for her ass too.
Does she have an incredible ass?
That's definitely more of a.
One.
That's definitely more of a Dan look.
Was she gonna rival this girl's ass?
Well, it's more of like she's really thin with a nice booty.
That's it right there. Yeah, that's that.
I mean, you can't look at this picture. We gotta look at something.
I know.
I mean,
just saying. It's like, she has no idea what she's doing there.
Right. Let me see if I could find some.
Is that real?
I mean, it's hard.
Brett and I came up with about 115 for her. That's what she was doing.
I'm trying to find. It's so hard because they're always so posed that it's like how.
You don't just see a natural one of them walking away where you can
right.
see their ass.
It's always like, come on, like.
I mean, I sent Bubba her.
Jen Seltzer is definitely more of like.
You bounced a quarter off it.
She's Jewish, and I sent Bubba her Instagram.
Oh, there you go. I mean, that's kind of like it's still like a.
Let me see.
It's hard to tell because she's just.
She's still flexing.
Yeah, it's always flexing.
See, they're not
always
exactly.
posing.
They have their back of their arch, the back arched constantly.
Yeah, you never see it in the natural state, so it's hard to tell when they're always like.
Where the picture that Rhett sent another girl, you could see now she's just walking away. She wasn't flexing in that one picture.
Yeah. So, but Jen Seltzer, I feel like is more of the what Bubba I think would typically like.
She's like an Instagram, TikTok girl.
A fitness model.
Yeah, not super muscular, but toned. If that makes sense.
There's this one yoga girl that Bella and Krista look at. Sometimes I'll put it on YouTube and it comes up. I can't remember her name. I'll send it to you one time. No, I'll send it to you one time because she may be. First of all, the form she does when she does like 10 minutes of whatever abs. That's her. She's an ab girl, and she never sweats. She never groans. She never moans. It's like I could never do what she does for 10 minutes ever.
Yeah, Jen.
I'll have to check her out, Bubba Army Mom. I'm supposed to see Morgan Wallen, I think.
It's really hard to tell because they're just always like, how the fuck am I supposed to know?
Well, everything's all doctored up by the time it gets online. I mean, there's nothing that's not photoshopped or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen some of those apps, man, where you can like kind of pull it out this way, make the waist thinner, like.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, haters. Fucking hater.
I mean, they're still beautiful
That's
girls,
unreal.
but.
Arbor Motorsports Park is unbelievable. It's paved in gold. The motorcycle museum and car museum is incredible. You got to make sure you go there.
She's a week 7. Oh, Gilly. Oh, make me laugh. Jeez, look at me.
Priscilla Ricard. R-I-C-H-A-R-T. Let me give you my absolute favorite, Unity. He's the one who gave us the last one, too. It will change your mind. Priscilla Ricard.
I'm like, is this another Mike?
This is Unity again. He was pretty good last time on the last one he suggested.
Let's see.
I'm sure we are, Bubba Army Mom. She was telling me about one yesterday, and I said yes. I don't remember what it was. Sounds right.
Yeah, this one looks a bit more natural. Like less.
Unity, you got good taste, buddy.
Yeah, less.
I mean, what'd you send me?
She's
Rex
more
said it's
modelly,
the number one
so she's
ass
kind of
in
softer and
his
like long. You know what I mean?
And then
I
there's Jen
prefer that
Seltzer girl
personally.
that Chad
I
said
like
about.
overly muscular.
Jay's been
Yeah.
talking about.
She's pretty. Nice waist to hip ratio.
Yeah. The other one's kind of odd when you look how skinny she is sideways. I mean, it's like she's like literally
Yeah.
like this big.
Yeah. Jen's.
Jamie Lizzo's his side splitters this weekend, huh? He's pretty funny. Summer Rae is hotter.
Oh, I've seen some. I pulled up Summer Rae and everyone was like, ew, she's gross. She's got eyebrows that are too thick.
You guys spend too much time in the TikTok vortex, guys. Or I need to go more. Top dog someone. Brett just said that. He's right. Very beautiful.
diabolic and stealing your radio innocence.
How do you feel about frontal male nudity?
Don't worry, he won't be gentle. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Thank you to all for not making today our first day that we didn't ever raise any type of money at all. People piled in nice. Appreciate it. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App at The Bubba Army. You can always go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to that. It's free. Trying to hit 100,000. We're getting close. We're like 96.4 or something. What are we, Lummy?
Yeah, we're 96, pretty much 96.4.
96.4, I think, yeah.
Right on the edge of 96.5.
Rat says this is the nicest ass in the world. What are you?
Ass of the year. Ass of the year.
Yeah.
He likes less tone, more jiggle.
Ugh.
Come on, there's nothing not homegrown about that.
Yeah.
She didn't go see someone like Dan to get that done.
And neither did the girl I show. You, Macho Man, and Anna were the biggest.
I didn't say that it was fake.
Yeah,
I just
Macho
said
Man, Mr. Johnny Vane himself, who could appreciate a girl that can spend some time in the weight room, and he won't even give her credit.
Nope.
I don't like cheaters.
Oh, don't get me started.
No performance enhancing drugs.
Should I keep my mouth shut now, Mach, or should you want me to keep it running?
Supplements are part of the game. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
All Lainey Wilson had was a couple of cheat days to get that ass.
You still got to put in the work.
Yeah, and that bitch is putting in the work. And you and Anna are the most critical on the girl that I thought had the nicest ass in the entire world.
I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I think it look good too.
Guys.
I just don't think it's 100%.
I think it
natural.
is. I think it is. Is this Anna
Let's
and
get in here to
Jay's?
figure it out.
No, someone said this in chat. Jen Seltzer, she's pretty famous.
Would these girls do interviews? How do we just get a hold of these people? Just ask them. What's that dog sniffing?
Her
I don't know about all that.
Hoochie-coo.
Let me look up. Big Mike from Southwest Florida Golf Cart said, Carrie June and it's at Miss Carrie June on Instagram. At Miss Carrie June. Supposedly like she's a country and Western, like she's a country singer or something like that. It's
Oh yeah, Miss Carrie June.
Miss Carrie June. Send that to me if you could, Lummy, and we'll see.
Is this Mama June?
I don't know if this is.
That's
No,
not-
I don't
that's not
think this
too.
is.
Oh, it's not Honey Boo Boo.
No, I don't think. I don't think Honey Boo Boo is going to be an ass of the year participant.
Oh, this is like a okay.
No.
Bodybuilder.
Ew.
What?
First of all,
She
her
worked
face.
for that. You don't like that?
Yeah, that's what all natural looks like.
What?
That's what putting in the work looks like.
She got thick legs. You don't like that? She's
See,
strong. She's strong.
Rat's full hot on this deal.
I don't know.
Macho is. Macho's having a field day thinking this is what supplements do.
Well, some people are just kind of.
Her legs
like
are
that.
so big they rub together.
I mean, I like the big legs. She could probably crush a watermelon between her thighs, but
You don't like that?
That's too big.
no, that's
What are you talking
great.
about?
That's too big.
Muscular.
That's too big.
But she is very muscular and
I mean,
up
she
top,
is.
very rugged.
Whoa. Is she an athlete? Because she looks like she's getting ready to run a
I don't know what
40,
she
a
is.
40-yard sprint.
I don't know what she is. So, Rat, you're all about that?
I don't know about all about it, but I can appreciate the work she put in. I'll
likes
stick.
a
I'll
little
stick
bit
to Lainey
bigger.
Wilson. I like
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Lainey Wilson is beautiful and has a body that you may actually see out in the real world.
That's the thing.
This
that-
is not
yeah.
a real world body. What that chick has is like, that's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger of young women right now.
She's
it's
a
ridiculous.
she's a 1%er.
She's a 0.1%er.
Who is this guy, this chick? Is she famous? That Shannon Sharp had on and said she'd been with 35.
Oh, Brittany Renner.
Yeah, who's that?
She's also like an Instagram person, and she.
All right, so she's like she's famous for being a
yeah.
you know,
But
so she's like an
hold on.
Instagram girl kind of.
Yeah, but she's also recently been put on the map because she was interviewed alongside Andrew Tate, because she is considered the female Andrew Tate in terms of how many guys she slays, but also in her keeping it real, brand. So she had an interview with Shannon Sharp, and she just straight up set her body count, which is kind of crazy.
She did?
I do
Yeah.
hope you find,
It's
I think everybody deserves
maybe
that. If
3
they're
minutes
born
in or
of that.
something.
It seems to me, as I sit here and talk to you, that you are someone that's very passionate about finding love. And I think the thing is that
maybe try
that
that.
person knows who you are. They
Bar where I was talking about how I had sex with
There it is.
3 men and a day,
Yes.
and then I ended up getting a yeast infection.
Yes.
I came out pretty unscathed for just a yeast infection.
Right.
Considering what I could have gotten.
Right.
It wasn't that, you know.
Is she like an LA hot girl just runs through the dudes and then talks about it?
Yep.
But see, if you're just an LA
Super
hot girl,
talented,
you just run through you just run. Super talented. What is she? Singer?
Just kidding, obviously.
I was being facetious.
Get out of it. I mean, they talk
Although
about.
I was on birth control for 10 years before I had my son. I got off of it because there was a conversation with my child's father.
Okay.
So I again, the whole trapping thing, can't trap the willing, babe. And on top of that, I never wanted to have I looked at kids as
You
crotch
never wanted
goblins.
to you never wanted a baby daddy. You wanted to be a mom. You didn't want to
Yes.
be a baby mama. You wanted to be a wife.
And that's why I waited so long. I had my baby when I was 29. I thought I was doing it right. I thought that was my guy. And I never really liked kids. I always thought I referred to them as crotch goblins, to be honest. You know, but as I got older, I wanted one.
But did you think?
Did I think about the ramifications
Yes.
of telling people that I had sex with multiple men? Yes, I don't care. It's the truth. If you don't see me as a potential dating person, then great, one less heart to break. Leave me alone, and I'm going to continue to live my truth.
She's so
you do
narcissistic.
understand, Brittany, that's hard for a man. Look, like you said.
Well, but then again, like it's kind of double standard in the fact that like a guy can be doing this. He could have Leonardo DiCaprio up there, or he could be having
People are joking Leo DiCaprio out every day.
No,
Old
but
people
what I'm
out there.
saying is it's not the
Listen,
same.
There's double standards for everything.
I know, but it's
So
like
it
this
what
is
it
one of the
is.
most double standard things there are.
But do you hear him talking about having sex 3 times a day and getting a yeast infection? No. You've never heard him say anything about anything. He just does it on a yacht, and people take paparazzi photos, and he has his life. She's out there just naming names and talking the talk. It's just, it's gross.
No, she's clearly a hero.
Private. Now, if you and I having a conversation, and you're sitting here, we have a conversation, and you say, "Well, Shannon,
I tell you, man, Shannon Sharp could put on the pads right now, Lummy, and probably go out and be top 5 tight end, don't you think?
He'd lead the Broncos in touchdowns.
My God, go back with the
What's
Broncos.
his age? 52? He's unreal.
He's unreal.
with this many
How
men.
good he looks.
Okay, that's one thing. That's between you and I. But to have that conversation and then everybody, Sam, John, and everybody else knows it, that's a whole different ball game, Brittany.
That's fine with me.
I like that question.
feel that
But
way.
see, that's selfish because all you're thinking about is you.
Right.
What about him? He's got to be with you.
He has got to be with me,
No,
or
what
he,
I'm
has the,
saying-
he has the privilege to be with me.
Okay.
Because you know how many women you've slept with?
Brent.
You know how many women you've slept with? Yes or no?
I'm doing the interview.
Do you know how many women you slept
Yes.
with? Double digits? Triple digits. Here we go, sit back in this position.
She called him out. They're going to be sweating.
Yeah, that didn't go the way he thought it was going to go.
That's actually pretty funny, Bubba. You got to admit that. Look at his face.
Oh, yeah.
Interviewer. You at the interview.
I can't ask any questions?
You can ask questions.
Okay, so
when
how
you
do
have
I-
your podcast, invite me on and you and I'll have this conversation, okay?
This is my prime time.
He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do her podcast.
He's not answering that
Here
question
we go.
either.
This is my... You need to make your next move your best move.
Right.
There are no hiccups. That's just kind of how more so I'm moving with...
So you're dating with a purpose now. Ain't no more just dating to date. I'm dating to get married. If you ain't trying to do that, get to stepping.
Yes.
All right. Well,
I guess she admitted the 35 earlier in the interview.
yeah, and at least she knows what she wants now.
Do you think that's a lot, Bubba? Well, maybe I shouldn't ask you because
What was the number she gave?
35.
35.
Is that a lot?
You know what? It is.
That's not a lot.
I mean,
It's
I don't
a
I
lot.
mean, for
It's
someone
a lot,
I thought
but it's not.
it's a lot for a normal civilian, but for a person who's out there talking about having sex 3 times a day in Hollywood, I thought it would have been 300.
Well, I'm just asking point
What's it-
blank. For a woman, is it a lot? I'm curious to
It
know.
would be too much for
Rhett?
me in my real life.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I don't
Yes.
think it's that. I mean, I think it is, but it's not. I don't think anybody's ever. I don't think anybody.
2 a year for 10 years is
Anybody.
20, from 20 to 30. 2 a
I
year is-
don't think anybody is actually honest about that question.
I don't think so either.
It
I
doesn't
think
matter. I'm just
triple it.
asking if that's the true, honest answer. Is 35 a high body count for a woman?
yes.
I'm asking.
Yes, but
Okay.
her count's more like 80 or 90.
Right.
All
Triple
right.
that count. Anyone who tells you a number,
and
you
for
can
the
triple
dudes
it.
out there, it just goes to show you, Shannon wouldn't answer the question because we're not
He
judged
has
by
class also.
Yeah,
so.
but we also are judged by a whole different society standards, which aren't fair.
True.
Really, it's not fair.
True.
Okay,
That's
so
true.
what?
I mean, she goes on and says this on his show. Nobody really bats an eye. No one's going to be talking about this a week from now. If Shannon Sharp disclosed how many partners he thinks he's had, they're going to be talking about it 3-4 weeks from now. They're going to be making jokes about it on ESPN when he's on the air.
Well, Shannon Sharp was never married.
And he still isn't.
And he still isn't. And he played in the league, I think, for 15 years.
He's still moving and shaking.
His body counts.
And I'm just going to tell you
there.
right now, I know professional athletes, and they usually have 1 or 2 chicks in every city. And
Does he have any kids?
No.
Oh.
He doesn't?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No. Really? And I think he said he never wanted to get married or be in a serious relationship because he would be, at the end of the day, break her heart because he likes to live his life the way he likes to live. Basically saying, I like to run through hose.
Fair enough.
And been very fair about it.
That's cool.
So he played the league. How many years did he play in the league? I mean, like 17, 18?
It's got to be close to
90
between
to 2003. So what's that?
13 years.
13.
He had, so let me ask, he had 62 career touchdowns when it was all said and done. Over under on his body count being 62.
No, way over. Hold on, I'll tell you, 13.
More hoes than touchdowns.
13 times 8 games a year on the road times 2.
Times 17 years.
I mean, that's 208. And that's 208 just of, on the road hose.
Just in his NFL career.
I mean, I don't want to get into this discussion because inevitably we'll talk about my body count.
Well, we already talked about yours.
But if I know what my body count is.
Well, here's
and
the
I'm
thing.
just a stupid radio personality in Tampa, Florida that happened to be the most popular, richest radio guy at one time, living life to the fullest. I know what my body count is, and it's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. Let me tell you why. It's
it is
different.
embarrassing.
Listen, it's different for men and women, and this is why. It's so easy for a woman to bang 1,000 dudes. It is very, very hard for a guy to bang 1,000 chicks.
That's also true.
Top level, elite.
No, hey,
wasn't for
Bubba.
Well, when you're a star, it's different, Bubba. Most of us aren't stars.
Look at the 1,000-pound
saying.
sisters. If you are a female, at the end of the day, no matter what you look like, you have something that every guy wants.
You can get laid.
Perfectly
An average chick, a girl who's like a 4 or 5, could have the same body count as like a Justin Bieber. No problem.
Correct.
Yep.
Right, but
100% agree.
A guy on the other hand usually doesn't determine whether he gets laid. A girl determines whether she gets laid.
Yes, correct. She's the gatekeeper to sex,
At
so it's very
2:30 in the
easy.
morning at the Dallas Bowl, if you're a 310-pound lady, you when they're turning the lights on, you can find somebody that will take you and blast you.
Absolutely.
Whereas
Easy.
a dude at 310 when they're turning the lights on, you're scrambling around to try to find that 310 girl.
You're hiding the sweat marks under your armpits and your back trying to see if you can find a girl.
Right. And you're not. 80, 90, regular dudes, 90% of the time, you're not.
Regular guys aren't finding hot chicks going out of the
No,
bar.
they're not.
Very few people walk out of the bar with girls. 5%.
Yeah.
Johnson, why are you naked?
It took me the radio in order to do all that.
Well, of course. Still counts.
But, 38 from a very attractive woman is not a big deal. But
find
we're
that
going to
low.
make it a big deal because everybody, except for Wilt Chamberlain, has been dishonest about. I think Gene Simmons once said that he thinks he's had over 10,000.
Yeah.
And I think Wilt Chamberlain. Those are the only two popular people that have ever, given a body count number that was, probably real. 10,000.
Right. And my point was, 36 for a high schooler. Holy smokes. But 36 for a 30-year-old?
Not even
That's
that
like,
much.
that's
kind of
2
a
a
lot.
year. But listen, 2 a year for 10 years is 20.
She
only had sex with 2 people a year from 20 to 30. That's only 20 people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Ain't
like
nothing.
I'm not trying to defend it. Like I don't want my daughter doing that or anything, but she's
Right,
out there holding
exactly,
her.
precisely.
She's holding herself out
But
there.
your daughter
though, like,
ain't going to be in the same world or circles as that girl.
She holds herself to a different standard
She's
than that
not
woman
going to
does.
be in the same environment. Your daughter will be
But
in
that's
a
exactly
different
that
environment.
You're saying you don't want that body count for your daughter because that would be too high because other men would think that that's not wife material. And that's what I'm asking you.
But I'm
Is that
defending
too-
her because I don't think that where she is at her stage in life, it's that big of a deal. I thought it was going to be much bigger than that. That's all I'm saying. She's not a normal civilian. For a
What I'm
civilian, like
saying-
Rhett said, that is an absolute obnoxiously high body count.
Most
and I would
chicks
run from that.
lie. Most chicks lie. Most chicks are probably in the 20s and 30s.
Oh, easy.
They just lie.
Honestly, Brittany Renner's probably the winner here because she banged 35 guys, but they're not just average Joes. They're professional athletes and rappers. But
and that's the whole reason she's on the podcast to begin with.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You said your sister, has a pretty high body count.
I don't know. Legend has it. Who knows?
You think she's
Back
in
to
the,
Brittany Renner.
You think she's in the 30s?
I don't know. I'm going to pull a macho man and plead the fifth.
We have no comment on the matter.
The fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth.
I got so many to choose from, and I like to choose the
fifth.
Well, at least he has his priorities in order.
Great. What do we do with them now?
The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
Yeah.
That was the best swerve ever.
I think it's a classy thing to do.
Yeah.
3, 4.
Try it, Heather.
Plead the sixth. How many amendments can you name? By memory, obviously. Let's go 1.
Come on, really? We're gonna do first amendment.
Okay, well, you know what it is.
I know.
Well, just state it.
Freedom of speech, assembly, religion.
Okay, number 2. 3.
4th and 5th are like search and seizure and stuff. I don't know. I'm not a constitutional law guy. What's 3?
I don't know.
I have them on my phone though.
4 is search. Yeah. 5 is the warrant deal.
Yep.
Oh, to right for remain silent, obviously.
Yep.
What's the 6th? I don't know. 7, 8 is cruel and unusual punishment.
That's right.
9 is fucking forgot.
14th is what they're trying to do for was it the ballot? Hold on, let me get my little constitution. See, if I were a constitutional lawyer, you should be afraid.
28.
I think there may be. Let me find out.
I say there's 28 amendments.
The problem is, in order to do an amendment, it takes 2/3 of the Senate and the House, and then it takes ratification by the states.
I understand it's hard to pass.
Yes, super.
But I'm gonna say 28.
I'll tell you right now.
I'm not looking up anything. Hands are in the air like you just don't care. No answer?
I have right here for some data. One second. Give me 1 second. Yep. There.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Amendments. We have.
Or it's your whatever you ordered, your roundup.
What the fuck?
You said 20. How many?
28.
27.
Oh,
Pretty
close.
fucking good.
I
That's
knew
pretty
it. I
straight.
fucking knew it.
And so the whole thing is so confusing.
You want me to
It's
tell you-
the
you want me to tell you
Constitution, you have the
23rd?
Articles of the Constitution first, and then you have the amendments.
Don't open up
The
before.
first 10 is the Bill of Rights.
Yeah, I
The
know
first
that.
10
You want me to
10
tell
is the
you
Bill
want
of
me to tell you
Rights.
number 27? Or
Hold on, let's go through.
23 is the Washington, D.C. when the residents of Washington, D.C. can vote because they're not part of the states. Boom. Did a book before some shit on that. Oh.
So number 2 is right to bear arms.
Don't
And
open
number
them.
3 is you can't quarter people in your house. They used to make soldiers go to your house during
Quarter
times of
people?
war.
Thank
Quarter. Like,
Don't open them.
Like, no, like.
Let me
quarter.
tell her.
Like, you're like.
Don't open them.
Room and quarter, like you like.
She's not listening.
You know, like room and board. It's like they would like.
Tell her.
The governor could say,
Don't open 'em.
we're having a war, Anna, and we're having soldiers stay at your house. They're like, no, they're not. You're not doing that. So no soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without consent of the owner. Amendment 4 is right to freedom in your house and privacy in your house, search and seizure. 5th Amendment rights to self-incrimination. 6 is speedy trial. 7 is a right to trial by jury.
Is
8
cruel
is
and unusual.
8 is excessive bail or no. You're right. No cruel and unusual punishment.
I'm right, bitches. No torture.
9 is the enumeration. And the 10th one is really the most important one. It's basically saying that the federal government, states have more rights. Powers are designated in the United States by the Constitution nor prohibited by the states and are reserved to the states respectively to the people.
Gotcha.
They're the important ones.
Yeah.
They were
That's
the
so
important ones.
fun.
For sure.
Documentary. Do you know any territories the U.S. has?
Territories outside of the states?
Guam,
Guam.
Virgin Islands,
There's a lot of
Puerto
them.
Rico.
We've got a lot of them over in the Pacific. We have more bases over there. Just can't.
A base isn't necessarily territory, though.
No.
Some of them, though, we have. I thought we had another
Guam,
island.
Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands.
How many U.S.?
Whoa, I'm asking you. You're supposed to name it.
I can't name them all. I would say it's going to be
name them all because there's
I would say
5.
10, 8.
I think it's more like 10.
8.
14.
Oh, shit.
It's crazy how there's. I didn't, 14 of them.
Can you name a few?
There are a lot of islands. I just watched
Just like a lot in the Pacific.
Well, are the U.S.
Strategic, we take over the base.
A lot of Pacific ones.
Yeah.
And there's one off Haiti that was right. Like they want to take back.
Maritanga, Marica.
Oh, Trump headed to court today.
I'm gonna talk about that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
JPN Jr. pretty strong right there, buddy.
Watch these.
That's funny, Steve. What up, Spencer? Douglas Ruggers, Narrative Powers, Big E, Raymond.
I woke up and chose violence.
Holy Oak Joe, what up?
That's pretty funny.
His rhetoric slowly sinks into your skull. Corrupting the synapses in your brain. Taking control of you. And there's no way to stop it. We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Looks like everybody's reporting live that Donald Trump is headed to his civil trial in New York. Is that what's going on, Lummy?
Yeah, the fraud one.
Now, this one is about what?
This is civil trial where the state attorney in New York,
Letitia James,
sued Trump's organizations for civil violations for supposedly committing fraud when getting bank loans. And here's the irony, Bubba.
What?
He never defaulted on any of the bank loans. There are no victims. There are no people who were offended. He didn't default on. No one's suing him.
So hold on. The lender's not suing him.
Nope.
So the state is suing him because he may have given some false information to obtain that loan, but he never defaulted on that loan.
Correct.
He paid the loan off.
Correct.
And the lenders are cool. Nobody got shorted. Nothing. So what's the problem?
Well, so this is also with a judge that said Mar-a-Lago is only worth $18 million.
Right. One of the things was the valuation of property. So whenever you fill out a personal financial statement to get any loan, you have to identify what you own and you estimate what its value is.
Right. I used to have that used to be a pretty big process for me. Now it doesn't take about a minute.
But when you had your house and you had your business and you had the BRN to try to value, I had to try to value a law firm for many years. It's a very difficult process. You bring in experts to do it, and so
now when you value your law firm, do you have to value property? Do you have to value?
We did it based on what our revenues were monthly versus our expenditures, and we came up with what we thought was a very reasonable conservative estimate.
But do you also have to cover how many lawsuits you currently have going and the money invested in those laws? You have to probably do all that, don't you?
When you're pure plaintiff's firm, yes, but we had a steady stream of defense revenue coming in. It was an easier thing to value than say my firm now,
right?
Which is not easy to value because it's a
fluctuates.
smaller firm with just plaintiff's work and no steady stream of defense work, so it's just a harder thing to value.
And you could be having a $22 million case or a $2 million case.
Right.
Right?
So they're saying that Mar-a-Lago is worth, what was it they said?
$18 million.
$18 million.
I would say
$200 million.
I would say the seawall and is worth about $18 million.
One just sold on Davis Island for $25 million. Jeter's house, they're knocking it down. This guy owns from the ocean to the intercoastal and everything in between. And tens of thousands of square feet.
Let's just ask Alexa. Hey, Alexa, how much is Mar-a-Lago worth? Good morning, Alexa. Hello.
Hello.
Alexa, are you there? Alexa.
I'm here.
Oh, yeah. What delayed?
She's a slow sign.
Yeah. Alexa, how much is Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago worth?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor. According to Forbes' latest evaluation of the property in March, Mar-a-Lago is worth $350 million.
Yeah, hold on. So Forbes, who's not owned by Donald Trump, who I don't know that Donald Trump does any business with, who I don't think Donald Trump owns.
They don't like him either.
No, they hate him.
They hate him. Says it's worth $450 million. $350 million. And this judge says it's worth $18 million.
Yeah.
And that's part of one of the reasons why he's having to go to this fraud trial, because they're saying that he embellished what Mar-a-Lago may be worth.
And what Trump Tower was worth and what the size of his apartment was. And so
but what does that matter?
Here's the part. I don't think it should matter much, but here's the part that's really what the goal was.
What do they got him on?
Letitia James ran on, I'm going to prosecute Donald Trump. And so she couldn't find a criminal reason, so she's doing this. Then they brought in Stormy Daniels. But this one, if they are successful, he may have to sell Trump Tower. He can no longer do business in New York City ever again. His children may no longer be able to do business in New York City again.
Why?
And
under what? Because
they're saying that this is so fraudulent that he should no longer be trusted to do business in the state of New York or the city of New York City. And so that's what the media wants, is to take him from his pride and joy, his gold tower, take it from him. That's what they're trying to do.
Put it this way, Bubba, 5 minutes away, 2.3 acre plot of land on the same street went for $200 million. He has 20 acres.
I know, but is the value of Mar-a-Lago, is it at question here? Is
That's
that
one
part
of them. That's one of them.
Yep.
I mean,
the other one was a square footage of Trump Tower and his apartment and
his penthouse,
his penthouse, and supposedly it was put twice as much square footage as it was, which I don't know about you, Bubba. Did you look at your personal financial statements, or did you rely on your lawyers and your accountants?
Second one.
I relied on my accountants when I did that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't like filling out any of that stuff.
It's hard to fill it out, and then you say, "How do I do this? Show me what this is." I don't know.
This is a civil deal.
Yep.
And now how long are they? Is this the state of New York versus Donald Trump?
Yep.
We're watching the highlights now. What is this, Newsmax?
Yeah. And Bubba, you know how hard it is to win a summary judgment? Meaning, you take it from the jury. So last week, this judge granted summary judgment against Donald Trump, finding that he already committed fraud as a matter of law, and now this is a trial on damages. What a joke.
What?
It will be reversed on appeal.
Well,
I mean, up time and money,
what's the appeal? What's the appeal political makeup in the ours is the second DCA. I don't know what theirs would be.
I don't think it's the 9th, but I know that a summary judgment should only be granted when there's no genuine issue of material fact and that the facts are undisputed. I would guarantee you that Trump disputes the facts and his lawyers dispute the facts that are in that summry judgment. So it's just a very rare thing.
I didn't even know that he was found guilty of this.
It's and that's what. Let's use correct terms. Libel.
Who?
Not guilty.
Was
libel.
there a jury that he was in front of?
Nope.
This is just a judge's ruling.
The judge took a motion for summary judgment, granted it, determined as a matter of law he's liable. He's not guilty of fraud. He's liable because it's civil. People love to confuse that in the media.
Hello.
Bubba.
Yeah.
David G. from Winter Park.
Hi. How you doing, David?
Hey. Great. Hey, love the show. Listen every day.
Thank you, David.
Hey, I had just a quick comment, and I'll hang up and listen to you guys talk about it if you choose to. But if you're using property as a surety for loans, no matter what number you put on that piece of paper, the bank is going to do their own valuation. So I don't understand what this whole kerfuffle is all about in the first place.
Well,
you know what?
That's how it works.
Good point.
And here's the other thing, is if you didn't default on those loans and you paid them off, then what's the problem so you fudged a few numbers here and there to get the loans. I mean, like, tell me a person that hadn't done that.
But he's right. The bank does their own due diligence.
Yeah, they have to get an appraiser out there.
And if the bank loans you the money, they're the ones that are on the hook, and they're the ones that would have a problem with this. And it would only be a problem. It would only be a problem, I would think, if you would default on that
and
loan.
Then the bank would go after you.
And then the bank would have secured loan, like the building.
Do they have? Let me ask you a question, Jay. Do they have any case law? I don't even know of any case law of this being done.
They did it to Paul Manafort during the Trump administration for the same thing. They couldn't get him on any Russia collusion. They couldn't get him on anything. So you know what they got Paul Manafort on?
What?
Fabricating a loan and paying it always and never defaulting on it. That's what he went to jail for.
What a criminal.
Wow. Anyway, buddy.
Hey, one other quick thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Letitia James had announced that she was running for governor, and then when that was after Cuomo resigned, and then all of a sudden she wasn't. I guarantee that she's going to make out. She was promised something if she would go after Trump.
No doubt. She may come in behind Kathy Hochul, who may be the worst gubernatorial candidate in New York's history.
Yeah. Hey, and great show, guys, and Anna is hot as shite.
Oh, wow.
Anna's hot. Anna's hot. Anna's hot as hell.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Can I open this?
Appreciate it. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Even though it's already been opened.
Hold on now.
Yeah.
Has it been opened?
Maybe.
Okay.
Not by me. It's been sliced open.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Can everyone else open their stuff?
Yeah, I mean, does everybody have like a pair of scissors or something sharp?
Yeah, I got a knife.
All right, so because I don't want it ripped, I want to open it up nicely so that we can put it right back in the box.
Just do it, mug. I like this.
All right, so and who are these gifts from?
I don't know.
That's
Do we know
funny.
who's from?
What's it say on the back of it?
Just do it. Just do it.
That's hilarious.
Just do it.
Just
this
Jew-
is perfect. I needed another
Got a
mug
Hasidic
anyways.
Jew in the Michael Jordan
Just
pose.
Jew it.
It's perfect size. Thank
Maybe
you so
there's
much to whoever got it for me. Can I open my other one?
Maybe there's a note or receipt in one of the other boxes.
Yeah, I mean, is there a receipt? Like you're so like package
I'm not.
aggressive.
I was looking.
Always try to recognize who was nice enough to send you the Just
do.
Jew It.
Mine's from Tease, I believe.
Oh, yours is from Tease? Is mine from Tease?
Okay,
Tease.
we got
It wasn't
packages.
Tease, very long.
Packages that we are opening here.
It's like Christmas.
It very much is.
Mine's Walker's present, so I'll just leave him for him.
Okay. So yours is Walker's present.
Thank you, Tease.
Perfect. Thank you, Tease.
Heroes of Patriotism versus Enemies of the State. Looks like it's Tucker Carlson and AOC. Is this like a game?
The mug is from Brian from Philly.
Theory kit?
I think Brian.
Brian from Philly. Oh, thank you, Brian.
I think Brian from Philly has a small little crush on Anna. That and Heather
That's
Wiz.
okay. Build your own conspiracy theory kit. Very cool.
Build your own conspiracy theory kit. Now, how does that work?
I don't know. It's these little. It looks like it's almost a game or something. Thank you so much.
People are sending Anna games now. Conspiracy games.
I don't see
nice.
a note, so I don't know who this is from. But thank you so
Well, I
much.
think there was a name on the label at one of those, I think.
This one did.
Because I was looking for my little. Well, that's from Brian from Philly.
Descent.
So Jay, this is just one. This is just the beginning of Trump, right? This is it's just begun because he's still. Does he have the January 6th stuff he has to go through?
He does. And you know what's happening? Every time like something good for Trump happens, last week those crazy polls came out that showed he had like a 9-point lead over Biden. But what happens the next day? This judge grants a summary judgment. Now all the news can say Trump's a fraud.
Yep.
It's like literally almost every time a Hunter Biden thing or the impeachment. This one I think happened right when the impeachment hearing was going on.
Why isn't the judge? Why
Yeah.
aren't more people questioning how the judge has come up with this?
Because they got their soundbite, Bubba. Trump's a fraud.
Well, they're saying it's a tax assessment on it, but it looks like the tax assessment is $33.4 million.
They're trying to penalize him $250 million in cash.
For what?
Take his business licenses away from him and force him to sell 2 of his towers.
Hold on.
In Manhattan.
What did he do wrong?
What I just told you.
He filled out
paperwork wrong and he paid his debts on time. Damn it.
That's it?
That's it.
He paid his loans. He paid his
leveraged
loans.
money, which he spent wisely building more structures for the city of Manhattan.
I just think that this makes people rally behind him more.
It's like, again, they want to make sure that there's something every month before the election. Okay, so they just had the other debate, did terrible for all the other debate people did horribly. Trump again makes more points, then this happens. Now we don't need to talk about the debates anymore.
I'll tell you what we do need to talk about is Ron DeSantis getting his ass back here and fixing Florida.
No doubt.
Because Florida,
come home.
My mom is who voted for Ron DeSantis and, who absolutely, liked him in his first term. She got her power bill. And, my mom's not on a fixed income, but, but she kind of She kind of is. She gets her Social Security. She gets, this and that. She has some investments that give her a little bit of something. Mm-hmm. But her power bill is usually about $150. She likes to keep it super cold.
They're on a budget.
And her power bill last month was $260 and I said, Mom, let me see that bill. And I saw it on Saturday night, and it showed the amount of energy or
the wattage the usage.
And she was actually either the same or a little bit less than what she was a year ago.
Me too.
And her bill's $105 more.
Well, the cost of gas is up.
Listen, it irritates me, and I'm not living on the kind of budget that a lot of people are. And so for normal middle Americans, normal middle class people, when you go to the gas pump and it costs $107, and then your power bill goes from $150 to $257.
Yeah, but that's not DeSantis. That's not trying to stick up
so much. It puts so much pressure on everyone who works with me that I give extra bonuses right now.
But it's not DeSantis' fault on that.
It's not, but he hasn't really helped Tico do anything about it.
No, didn't he allow a big power bill to go through?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's because
okay, then hold on. Well, then if that's on DeSantis, if he allowed big power lobby to come in and do a big power, what about home insurance?
The big home insurers came in and did a whodunit, and now home insurance is screwed in Florida
3 and 4 times.
If you can get it on the water, it's 3 or 4 times as much as it was before. And for the regular guy, again, the middle American regular person is getting screwed by this government. All their property taxes are going up. All of their personal taxes are going up. All their personal resources to live life, gasoline, food, eggs, bread. Well, everything costs more. It gets me so mad when I go to stores. I feel like Danny right now because all I can think about is everybody else. It's just offensive. And I can't believe no one else is as angry as I am about what our government looks like and what our country looks like. It's Carter 2.0. Does not anyone ever realize that? But worse, Carter could actually stand and walk and not fall and could complete a sentence. Is probably one of the smartest presidents we've ever had. Just terrible policies.
But you can't blame DeSantis on the electric bill, even though he did maybe sign that. Every single state in the country has higher power bills because of the natural gas costs.
Back to Biden.
Exactly, but in fuel, everything is up on that. You can't really help it.
All right,
he is abandoning our state.
He's not been here. He's just hell bent on being. Now, if he was trending, like if he was in the game, I would be great. If he was within,
you have to try
5 to 10, but Anna, he's getting his ass kicked.
Here's what he's
I understand. So you're saying that he should quit? I just don't know what you want. So you're okay if he abandons us if he's doing well, but if he's not doing well, then it's not worth it. What do you know?
You're wasting your time. You would have known by now if you were a factor.
So you think that he should immediately quit and come home?
Yeah.
They're all waiting for Trump to get indicted, Trump to get arrested, something bad to happen to Trump to be the last person standing. And I think right now that Nikki Haley has a better chance than he has of being the last person standing. And I just don't feel like he's done really well in any of the debates. Like I told you, he's not a good debater. He's a good policy guy.
Charlie smoked him on a debate.
He's a policy wonk. He got smoked by Gillum. He got smoked by Charlie. And he would get
Charlie needs to roll in. Hey, Charlie is a brand we all know, whether you like him or not. You know what you got with Charlie. Flip-flopping applesauce.
Yep.
But I'm telling you right now, man, he could come in and pick one away right now in 2 years or whenever the
He's
next.
Smooth.
He is. I mean, I'm just telling you, DeSantis can't run. We can put that Getz guy up.
No,
I tell you who our next governor should be. Should be Byron Douglas.
Who's that?
I don't think he's from down south.
He's a congressperson, second I think term. You don't? Do you think he'll?
It's his first term, but yeah, he won't run for governor.
I think. How about Honolulu Polina? Let's let Honolulu Polina be the next governor.
Oh God.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, we're screwed.
She's doing a pretty good job in Congress. She's a little bit of a disruptor. So,
Bubba, I got an update from Hootie, by the way.
What?
He'll turn the cream machine back in.
Really?
Yep.
Right on time.
Has he had any assessment on the damage?
He said he's going to charge the batteries and crank it, and if you want him, he'll drive it back over.
Does that mean I can finally release the video of him raising hell at Bark last year?
Yeah. And Lummy, he has to bring the title and sign it back over to me.
Yep. He said no problem.
All right. I got to take my car over to Fender Works today, my Crown Vic, because they're painting it.
Matte black?
Matte black.
Nice.
Then I'm going to put some Bubba Army stickers on it and some lights. It look a little bit better than it does now, man. It looks horrible. My mom was embarrassed. She goes, "Did you drive the Crown Vic?" I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh my God, that's parked in my driveway?" I go, "Yeah, it is." Kind of like Jay when I picked you guys up and when I picked Dan up at your place. You know, you wouldn't want that in your driveway for all your friends.
That's
to
what
see.
gave her a panic attack.
You did a one-wheel burnout on the way out when you left.
I know. What did Candle say? She's like, "Oh my God."
Nothing.
Yeah, she was embarrassed.
They're all embarrassed of me. We'll do the podcast next. If let's call it 10:10 so we can get out of here.
Yeah, I got to go do my VO2 Max deal.
Oh, what time?
Oh, I don't have to be there till 12:15.
Oh, okay.
But
Lummy, let's just get your stuff done.
Okay.
And then come back in. Let me tell me when you're ready. Okay.
Will do.
All right. We'll see you guys later today at noon. The most exclusive thing that we do, the Monday podcast. Go to anywhere you get your podcasting stuff. Spotify, Google Play, Apple, iTunes, iHeart, and type in the Bubba Army Podcast. Usually gets pretty filthy. I'm assuming we probably will go there, Lummy, talking about that Brittany, whatever the hell her name was.
Brittany Reiner?
Yeah, talking about that. So we'll see you. Jay, appreciate you.
See you tomorrow.
See you all tomorrow.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Co-host and show historian, Lummox.
Co-host, Anna Hummel.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, of Council.
Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Rhett, the Filthy Ginger, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello. I'm back.